Good evening. Are you ready? Shout out to the mighty LDBC, that's the Lions Den boxing community. For those who don't know now, you know. I am Trill Will LDBC or nothing, and welcome to my channel. Um, if you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. Click the bell icon so that you'll be notified whenever I create content on this channel. Currently, I'm trying to get to 5,000 subscribers before my birthday. It's in November 13th to be exact. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Click the bell icon so you'll be notified whenever I create content on this channel. Also, donate to the channel. There's a super chat button down there at your leisure. Click that. Also, when you come in, do me a favor and hit the like button. That pushes this video into the algorithm so more people can see it. Do me that solid, and I greatly appreciate it. But tonight, we have a debate between the vice presidential candidates, Tim Walz and JD Couch Humping Vance, which this is going to be pretty fun. So, y'all come on in and pull up a chair with your boy. This finna be good. This finna be good. This is going to be good. We got about 9 minutes and 38 seconds until the debate comes on. I'll turn it up. I'm not going to air it because they like flagging my freaking videos anytime I play any kind of video content on here. I don't know why. And I see other channels doing live debates or live debate coverage and all that good fun stuff. Make sure y'all smash the like button, please. I'll surely appreciate it. And if you can, share the video. Share the video. So, how do y'all think this debate is going to go? Who y'all think is going to do good? JD Vance or Tim Walz? I got my money on Tim Walz. I got my money on good old Tim Walz. Tim Walz is a good debater. Let me set this up real quick. There we go. I can't see the comments. I gotta see the comments. 2 minutes to midnight. Yeah, I got Tim Walz. I think Tim Walz is a better debater because he got more substance to talk about. When they ask about foreign policy, infrastructure, tax policy, and all that good stuff, he's got more substance. He's got more meat and potatoes to talk about versus JD Vance when he's talking about lying about creating stories about Haitians eating dogs and cats in Springfield, Ohio. Yeah. Guarantee you JD Vance ain't gonna talk about Donald Trump talking with Netanyahu to escalate the fighting over in Iran. But oh well, you know. Oh, and JD Vance and Donald Trump lying about Joe Biden and Kamala Harris's response to Hurricane Helene. I'll tell you from a person who lives in an area that was affected by Hurricane Helene, that Donald Trump and JD Vance are some fucking liars. They are that. They are some real good liars. And they got a lot of y'all fooled. What's up with it, Shelton? This finna be fun. It's finna be a fun debate. It's finna be a fun debate. So, just waiting for it to come on right now. So, yeah. Y'all smash the like button and all that good stuff. This is finna be good. Oh, yeah. Donald Trump lied about, lied about Kamala Harris and Joe Biden's response to the hurricane. Joe Biden had already signed, emergency orders already. He already had them in place. But, you know, he ain't like Trump. He ain't like Trump. You know, Donald Trump, the same one who denied funding to North Carolina after Hurricane Matthew, and they asked for $900 million. Trump only gave them $6, less than 1% of what they asked. Yeah, that. Moneybag Milton. Poor soul, you. $900 million. He didn't give it to him. He denied him funding, and he denied funding to California when they was having those wildfires. Donald Trump is a real piece of shit. The Trump train is actually a big wheel. His net worth is $6.4 billion. No, it's not. Donald Trump ain't even got $6 billion to give no fucking body. If he did, he would pay his $454 million fucking tax bill in New York and not go to California to some subprime lender in California to pay his fucking bail. So yeah, you're lying again. And if he had $6 million, he wouldn't be asking people to buy them $100,000 watches or them cheap ass shoes or them NFTs or those bullshit ass coins. So yeah, you keep lying to yourself. He made New York. No, he didn't. He stole from New York. He can't pay his own damn fines. He can't pay shit. He paid E. Jean Carroll yet? He owes her $88 million. He didn't build up shit. Donald Trump is not the reason New York is popular. He paid E. Jean Carroll, the woman he raped. Yeah. 4 minutes, 36 seconds to the debate. This is finna be fun. Y'all keep telling lies. It wasn't no 88K. It's $88 million. $88.3 million to be exact. Moneybag, you don't know shit about what you talking about. You just in here just rambling, trying to get attention to yourself. $88 million. Google it. Google it right now, Moneybag. Google it right now. Google how much did E. Jean Carroll win in her defamation case against Donald Trump. She proved he raped him the first time and got $5 million. Donald Trump lied about it. He got sued again, and she got awarded $83 million. Jesus Christ, you all over the place. You are all over the place. You don't know whether you covered or going. His entire political career is ahead of him. If this ticket does not prevail, the Republican Party will find itself in another. He got wives. He cheated on all of them, so they must not be that hot. A considerable amount of that decision. You going all in? You're gonna be bankrupt like his ass. I'm sorry. All roads from Trump lead to bankruptcy, morally and financially. Bankruptcy. Where am I from? From Georgia. And amplify things on the positive side where and when he can. Very different calculations, very different risk factors for the two. And Bob, even if you're Bob Dole, who had a bad night in 1976, he was the nominee 20 years later for the Republican Party. So you can even rest yourself from a bad night. What are your final thoughts on tonight? Wow. Everybody in the press, when we're in the press galleries, on the campaign planes, they talk about these vice presidential debates as low impact, but they are high stakes. Everybody watching tonight knows one of these two men. I'm an Alabama fan, just so you know. Roll Tide. Going to take a temperature on character, on policy. Who are these people who might lead? I'm waiting for this debate to start. It's 2 minutes. So. Should a crisis happen, a heartbeat away from the presidency? We live in a time of assassination attempts on the Republican nominee, of political violence, and of aging politicians. So it's no question that one day one of these people could be president. We hope all people live healthy lives and serve full terms, but you never know in America. I don't know what this guy talking about. I have no idea. Joe Townsend, what's up, bro? I wonder is he gonna put on a skirt and some mascara tonight, though, Joe? For real, I really wonder, cause he is a weirdo. He changed his name 3 times. Yep, the bill's about to rock. Chicken on biscuits. Oh yeah, it's about to rock. We ain't talking about Joe Biden. Joe Biden ain't the presidential nominee right now. He's going into retirement after this. This is the future president, Madam Kamala Harris. JD Vance got all that mascara on his face. Oh, Jesus Christ. This dude look fucking weird. JD Vance got the charisma of a snail. He got the charisma of a snail. This is gonna be fun. Yeah. Madam President. Come on, y'all. 45 seconds. Oh, y'all do know Trump turned down the interview with 60 Minutes, right? Y'all know that, right? Because he's a fucking coward. But anyway. Hey, Bunka. Bunka, guess what? Guess what, Bunka? Bunka, guess what? Papa got you 2 big old surprises. Ooh, that baby got her a surprise. Yeah, that baby got her a surprise. She got her a surprise. Yeah, you got you a surprise, Moo Moo. You got. Yes, you do, Mama. You got you a surprise. Wait till you see it. It's gonna be fun. Ooh, somebody gonna have some fun. You got Boo Boo? What you got on your hand? You got a Band-Aid? What you got a Band-Aid on your hand for, little girl? Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm talking to my granddaughter. I'm sorry. Man, bump this dog on this debate right now. What, Tuka? You know you. Really? You go to daycare today? You go to daycare today? You did. You have fun. You went to church. You have fun. I love you. I love you. You want to talk to me? Mwah. Love you. Yep, that's Mimi and Papa. Okay, time to beat some trolls up. Y'all in here trying to disrupt me while I'm talking to my granddaughter. Yeah, he's a fruitcake, Shade Girl. You right about that. Now we getting started. Let's go. Turn this volume up real quick.
JD Vance.
Oh yeah, it is time, folks. Buckle up.
I'm Margaret Brennan. In order to have a thoughtful and civil debate, these are the rules that both campaigns have agreed to. Questions will be directed at one candidate, who will have 2 minutes to respond. The other candidate will be allowed 2 minutes for rebuttal.
I can't wait to hear this. This is about to be good.
Minute to make further points.
Bulo, I seen your mama on Diddy's leak tapes with some baby oil in her face and something else.
Is to facilitate the debate between the candidates, enforce the rules, and provide
Anthony Young, if I had a dime for every time somebody said that.
Claims made by each other.
CBS News reserves the right to mute the candidates' microphones to maintain decorum. We have not shared the questions or topics with the campaigns. The stage is set. Governor,
it is
Senator,
time
thank you for
to go.
Us.
Let's go.
Tonight, our country is facing several unfolding crises. The Middle East is on the brink of war.
Whatever.
Americans are suffering from the catastrophic impact of Hurricane Helene. And now a labor strike as 25,000 dock workers from Maine to Texas are picketing. We're going to begin tonight with the Middle East. Margaret.
Thank you, Nora. Earlier today, Iran launched its largest attack yet on Israel, but that attack failed thanks to joint U.S. and Israeli defensive action. President Biden has deployed more than 40,000 U.S. military personnel and assets to that region over the past year to try to prevent a regional war.
Here we go.
Iran is weakened.
Yeah, I figured you was
considers it the largest state sponsor of terrorism in the world, and it has drastically reduced the time it would take to develop a nuclear weapon. It is down now to 1 or 2 weeks' time. Governor Walz, if you were the final voice in the Situation Room, would you support or oppose a preemptive strike by Israel on Iran. You have 2 minutes.
Well, thank you. And thank you for those joining at home tonight. Let's keep in mind where this started.
Tay,
October 7th, Hamas terrorists massacred over 1,400 Israelis and took prisoners. Israel's ability to be able to defend itself is absolutely fundamental. Getting its hostages back, fundamental, and ending the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. But the expansion of Israel and its proxies is an absolute fundamental necessity for the United States to have the steady leadership there. You saw it experienced today, where along with our Israeli partners and our coalition, able to stop the incoming attack. But what's fundamental here is that steady leadership is going to matter. It's clear, and the world saw it on that debate stage a few weeks ago. A nearly 80-year-old Donald Trump talking about crowd sizes is not what we need in this moment. But it's not just that.
There you
it's
go.
Those that were closest to Donald Trump that understand how dangerous he is.
Born in the USA.
His chief of staff, John Kelly, said that he was the most flawed human being he'd ever met. And both of his secretaries of defense and his national security advisors said he should be nowhere near the White House. Now, the person closest to them, Donald Trump, said he's unfit for the highest office. That was Senator Vance. What we've seen out of Vice President,
call him out,
is we've seen steady leadership.
Call him out on his bullshit.
DP
Rocker, what it do?
Together.
You know how you know how I do.
Allies matter. When our allies,
let's go, Tim.
Donald Trump turned towards Vladimir Putin, turned towards North Korea. When we start to see that type of fickleness around holding the coalitions together, we will stay committed. And as the vice president said today we will protect our forces and our allied forces, and there will be consequences.
Governor,
good answer.
Senator,
good answer.
The same question. Would you support or oppose a preemptive strike?
This dude fruity as hell.
Iran? You have 2 minutes.
So, Margaret, I want to answer the question. First of all, thanks, Governor. Thanks to CBS for hosting the debate. And thanks, most importantly, to the American people who are watching this evening and caring enough about this country to pay attention to this vice presidential debate. I want to answer the question, but I want to actually give an introduction to myself a little bit, because I recognize a lot of Americans don't know who either one of us are. I was raised in a working-class family. My mother...
We don't care about that shit.
For periods
we don't
of
care.
Life. My grandmother...
We don't care. You lied about who you are. That ain't JD ain't even your real name, dude.
Because my own mother struggled with addiction for a big chunk of my early life. I went to college on the GI Bill after I enlisted in the Marine Corps and served in Iraq. And so I stand here.
You are a shitbird.
To be your vice president with extraordinary gratitude for this country, for the American dream.
You are a shitbird.
For me to live my dreams. And most importantly,
yeah, he over here playing violins and shit, bro. She asked you about the war going on in Gaza right now.
I want to try to convince you tonight over the next 90 minutes that if we get better leadership in the White House, if we get Donald Trump back in the White House, the American dream is going to be attainable once again.
Hey, I'm gonna let y'all in on another secret why he's running and rambling.
As Governor Walz Donald Trump of being an agent,
I ran launched 12 missiles at the at a U.S. base camp in Iran, right?
Deterrence.
And Donald Trump didn't do shit.
Stepping out of line. Iran,
over 100 U.S. soldiers were injured over there, and Donald Trump didn't do shit. That's a fact.
That money for? They use it to buy weapons that they're now launching against our allies, and God forbid, potentially launching against the United States as well. Donald Trump recognized
Donald Trump is weak.
To fear the United States, you needed
trading bears.
Strength. They needed to recognize
you can get out of here.
Out of line, the United States global leadership would put stability and peace back in the world. Now, you asked about a preemptive strike, Margaret, and I want to answer the question. Look, it is up to Israel what they think they need to do to keep their country safe, and we should support our allies wherever they are when they're fighting the bad guys. I think that's the right approach to take with the Israel question.
Thank you, Senator. Governor Walz,
didn't answer shit.
To respond to any of the allegations?
Well, look, Donald Trump was in office. We'll sometimes hear a revisionist history, but when Donald Trump was in office, it was Donald Trump who we had a coalition of nations that had boxed Iran's nuclear program in, the inability to advance it.
Talk about it, Tim.
Pulled that program and put nothing else in its place. So Iran is closer to a nuclear weapon than they were before because of Donald Trump's fickle leadership.
Thank you.
Iran shot down an American aircraft in international airspace. Donald Trump tweeted, because that's the standard diplomacy of Donald Trump. And when Iranian missiles did fall,
what I just told y'all,
troops, and they received traumatic brain injuries, Donald Trump wrote it off as headaches. Look, our allies understand that Donald
TBIs.
Trump is fickle. He will go to whoever has the most flattery or where it makes sense to him. Steady leadership like you witnessed today, like you witnessed in April. Both Iranian attacks were repelled. Our coalition is strong, and we need the steady leadership that Kamala Harris is providing.
Senator,
Go ahead, Tim Walz. You over here selling this shit. Go on ahead now.
To temporarily pause parts of its nuclear program, and President Trump did exit that deal.
Amen.
He recently said, just 5 days ago, the
Derek
US
Gaines, what's up,
must
Brody?
now make a diplomatic deal with Iran because the consequences are
Jazzy Clinton says
impossible.
Joe and the hoe
Did you
gotta
make a
go.
mistake? You have
Your
one
mama's a
minute.
hoe.
Well, first of all, Margaret, diplomacy.
Donald
is not
Trump's
dirty
wife is a
word. I
hoe.
think that's something that
A
Governor
home
Walz
wrecking
said is
hoe.
quite extraordinary. You yourself just said
Oops.
that Iran is as close to a nuclear weapon today as they've
Oops,
ever
Jazzy.
been. And Governor Walz, you blame Donald Trump. Who
Watch
has
who
been the
you
vice
calling a
president for
whore.
the last 3.5
'Cause
years?
Trump's
And the
wife is a
answer
hoe.
your running mate, not mine.
A home wrecking
Donald
hoe.
Trump consistently made the world more secure.
No,
Now,
he
we talk
didn't.
about what the sequence of events
The-
that led us to where we are right now, and you can't ignore October the 7th, which I appreciate Governor Walz bringing up. But when did Iran and Hamas and their proxies attack Israel? It was during the administration of Kamala Harris. So Governor Walz can criticize Donald Trump's tweets, but effective, smart diplomacy and peace through strength is how you bring stability back to a very broken world. Donald Trump has already done it once before. Ask yourself at home.
Failed.
When was the last time, I'm 40 years old, when was the last time that an American president didn't have a major conflict break out? The only answer is during the 4 years that Donald Trump was president.
Right, Showtime.
Gentlemen, we have a lot to get to. Nora?
Margaret, thank you. Let's turn now to Hurricane Helene. The storm could become one of the deadliest on record. More than 160 people are dead.
You
and
you
hundreds more
can
are missing.
talk bad about Trump,
Scientists
but
say
can't
climate
say
change
anything
makes these
good
hurricanes
about Kamala
larger,
either. I
stronger,
can say all kind of
and
good shit
more
about Kamala
deadly
Harris. She's
because
smarter
of the
than Trump.
historic rainfall.
She's got more
Senator Vance,
cognitive.
according to CBS News
She's more
polling,
cognitively
7 in
there
10
than
Americans
Trump.
and more than 60% of
Let's see.
Republicans
She got
under
better
the age
policies
of
than Trump.
45
She don't
favor
lie
the
like
US taking
Trump.
steps to
She
try and reduce climate
she don't
change.
make shit up to
Senator,
get other
what
people lies and
responsibility
dangers
would
like
the Trump
Trump.
administration
She ain't
have
never
to try
got
and
34
reduce the impact
convictions like
of
Trump.
climate change? I'll give you
She ain't
2
got
minutes.
54,
Sure. So first of all,
55 more
let's start
charges
with the
hanging over her
hurricane
head like
because it's an
Trump.
unbelievable,
Kamala Harris
unspeakable
didn't try to
human tragedy. I
overthrow
just
the
saw today,
government.
actually,
Kamala Harris
photograph
didn't
of two grandparents on a roof
stage
with
a failed
6-year-old
coup.
child, and it was the last
Kamala
photograph
Harris
ever taken of them because the
also
roof
did not
collapsed,
collude with
and those
Russia
innocent
to
people
try to
lost
win
their
an
lives. And
election.
I'm sure Governor Walz
Kamala Harris
joins
did a
me
lot of good
in
shit.
saying our hearts go out
You
to
want me to
those
keep going
innocent
on with
people.
good
Our
shit about
prayers go
Kamala
out
Harris?
to
I
them,
can. It's
and we
easy
want
work.
as robust
She ain't
and
a pedo.
aggressive as a federal response as we can get.
She don't
to
rape
save as many
people.
lives as possible, and then, of
Donald
course,
Trump has
afterwards,
and been
to
sued
help the
by it.
people in those communities rebuild. I mean, these are communities that I love. Some of them I
You
know
want me
very
to keep talking
personally,
about the good
and
of
I've been
Kamala
also
Harris?
all across the Southeast.
She ain't a
We
felon.
need their government to do their job, and I commit that when Donald Trump is president again, the government will put the citizens of this country first when they suffer from
Did
disaster.
Donald Trump put the citizens
And when we ask about climate change,
of
I
North
think
Carolina
this
at
is a very
first
important issue.
when
Look, a lot of people are
Hurricane Matthew
justifiably worried
ravaged
about all
the
these
state of
crazy
North
weather
Carolina
patterns?
and
I think
Trump
it's important
denied
for us,
them
first of all,
their
to say
federal funding?
Donald Trump
Did
and I
he?
support clean air, clean water.
Sure
We
he
want the
does.
environment to
Does
be
Trump
cleaner and
support
safer,
clean
but one
air,
of the things
clean
that I've
water
noticed some
when
of
he
our
cut back
Democratic
all the
friends are talking a lot
regulations
about
that
is a
Barack Obama
concern
set in
about
place?
carbon emissions.
This
This idea
motherfucker
that
full of
carbon
shit.
emissions drives all of the climate change.
Nope,
Well,
she
let's
ain't
just say
grab women
that's
by the
true.
pussy
Just
either.
for the sake of argument, so we're not arguing about weird science, let's just say that's true. Well, if you believe that, what would you want to do? The answer is that you'd want to reshore as much American manufacturing as possible, and you'd want to produce
Donald
as
Trump
much
lost
energy as
800,000
possible in the
fucking
United States
manufacturing
of
jobs.
America, because we're the
Whoops.
cleanest economy in the entire world. What have Kamala Harris's policies actually led to? More energy production in China, more manufacturing overseas, more doing business in some of the dirtiest parts of the entire world. And
Why he
when I say that,
lying,
I mean
dude?
the amount
Why
of
this dude
carbon emissions
lying?
they're doing per unit of economic
She ain't the
output.
president.
So if we actually care about getting cleaner air and cleaner water,
You're lying.
the best thing to do is to double down and invest in American workers and the American people. And unfortunately, Kamala Harris has done exactly the opposite.
Well, Trump's tax
Governor
bill
Walz, you have 2
sent
minutes to
jobs
respond.
We got
overseas.
close to an agreement because all those things are happening. Look, first of all,
What's up with it,
it is a
General?
horrific tragedy with this hurricane, and my heart goes out to the folks that are down there in contact with the governors. I serve as co-chair of the Council of Governors as we work together on these emergency managements. Governors know no partisanship; they work together to all of the governors and the emergency
What's up with
responders
it,
on the
General?
ground.
Y'all
What's
smash the
happened on
like button,
front end,
please.
The federal government comes in, makes sure they're there to that we recover, but we're still in that.
Donald
phase
Trump
where we
is
need
a
to
piece
make
of
sure that
shit.
we're staying there,
There ain't
staying
nothing
focused.
good to say
Now,
about his
back to
old
the climate
dusty
change
ass.
issue, there's no doubt this
That's the
time we're
difference.
onto the scene faster
That's what
and
happens
stronger
when
than
you're an
anything we've seen.
abhorrent
Senator
piece of
Vance has
shit.
said that there's
There's
climate
nothing
coming.
good to
Donald
say
Trump
about
called it a
your ass.
hoax and then joked that
Nothing.
these things would make more beachfront property to be able to invest in. What we've seen out of the Harris
Christina, salute to you.
administration now, the Biden-Harris administration, is we've seen this investment. We've seen massive investments, the biggest in
I'm trying to listen to the debate, not
in
talk to you,
the Inflation
weirdo.
Reduction Act
Fucking
has created
Trump
jobs
tards.
all across the country. 2,000 in Jeffersonville,
What's up, Stephen G? What's
Ohio,
good, man?
taking the EV technology that we invented and making it here. 200,000 jobs across the country.
The CHIPS
The
Act.
largest solar manufacturing plant in North America sits in Minnesota. But my farmers know climate
Woo.
change is real. They've seen
Victoria
500-year
Martin,
droughts,
salute.
500-year floods back to back. But what they're doing is adapting, and this has allowed them to tell me, look, I harvest corn, I harvest soybean, and I harvest wind. We are producing more natural
Trump
gas
says
and more
wind
oil
causes
at any
cancer.
time than
That's
we've
what he
ever
said.
had. We're also producing more clean energy. So
Trump says wind causes
solution for
cancer.
us is to
Or he
continue
gonna
to
get
move
ate up by a
forward.
shark
The climate
or
change is
electrocuted
real.
by a battery.
Reducing our impact is absolutely critical. But this is not a false choice.
Wow.
You can do that at the same time
This
you're
is
creating
funny
the
as
jobs
shit.
that we're seeing all across the country. That's exactly what this administration has done. We are seeing us becoming an energy superpower for the future, not just the current. And that's what absolutely makes sense. And then we start thinking about how do we
Talk it,
mitigate
Tim.
these disasters.
Woo! Look at the reserve of the future vice president of the United States. Look at him. Look at him.
Change a hoax.
Yeah,
Do you
Trump
agree?
farting in the
What the
courthouses.
president has said is that if the Democrats, in particular Kamala Harris and her leadership, if they really believe that climate change is serious,
Climate change is serious. Why do you think Helene had the impact that she
in the
had?
United States of
Because of
America, and
climate
that's not what they're
change.
doing.
It got
So clearly,
warmer
Kamala
during the
Harris
fall.
herself doesn't
That's
believe
why.
her own rhetoric on this. If she did, she would actually agree with Donald Trump's energy policies. Now,
Donald Trump's energy policy is trash. He can't even tell you what Donald Trump's energy policy
Clean
is.
energy. I think that's a slogan that often
Donald Trump
Democrats
says
will
climate
use
change
here.
is a
I'm
hoax.
talking, of course, about the Democratic
Whoops.
leadership. And the real issue is that if you're
Whoops.
spending hundreds of millions or even billions of dollars of
Christina,
American
salute to
taxpayer
you.
money
You have a great
on
night,
solar
too.
panels that are made in China, number one, you're going to make the economy dirtier. We should
Yeah,
be
it's
taking more of those
October.
solar
It was
panels
like
here in
90
the
degrees
United States of
today.
America. Some of them are, Tim, but a lot of them are being made
Drop it,
overseas
Charles.
in
What's up,
China,
bro?
especially the components.
This dude sitting
that
over here
power
lying
those
through
solar
his
panels.
team.
So if you really
Like he
want to
really
make
lying.
the environment
Like
cleaner,
for real, like
you've
we
got
wasn't
to
here
invest
when
in
Trump
more
was
energy
president.
production.
Like he
We've
act like
invested
we
in
was
nuclear
on some
facility,
other
I think,
planet.
one in the past 40 years. Natural gas, we got to invest more in it. Kamala Harris has done the opposite. That's raised energy prices and also meant that we're doing
Senator,
worse by
your
the
time
climate.
is up. Governor, would you like to respond?
Well, look, we're producing more natural gas than we ever have. There's no moratorium on that. We're producing more oil, but the folks know, and like I said again, these are not liberal folks. These are not folks that are Green New Deal folks. These are farmers that have been drought one year, massive flooding the next year. They understand that it makes sense. Look, our number one export cannot be topsoil from erosion from these massive storms. We saw it in Minnesota this summer. And thinking about how do we respond to that, we're thinking ahead on this. And what Kamala Harris has been able to do in Minnesota, we're starting to weatherproof some of these things. The infrastructure law that was passed allows us to think about mitigation in the future. How do we make sure that we're protecting by burying our power lines? How do we make sure that we're protecting lakefronts and things that we're seeing more and more of? But to call it a hoax and to take the oil company executives to Mar-a-Lago, say, give me money for my campaign and I'll let you do whatever you want. We can be smarter about that, and an all-above energy policy is exactly what she's doing, creating those jobs right here.
Ooh.
Governor, your time is up.
Ooh,
Overwhelming
the facts is
consensus
kicking
among
his
scientists
ass.
is that the Earth's climate is warming at an
See,
unprecedented
you know
rate.
what? If J.D. Vance was
Thank you,
a
Nora.
vice presidential
We're gonna turn
candidate
now
for somebody
to
who was worth a
immigration.
damn,
The crisis at the
he'd be
US
all right.
Mexico
He'd
border
probably be all right, vice
ranks
president.
as one of the
But the
top
person
issues
he's a vice
for
president for is a
American
lying piece of shit.
Senator Vance, your campaign is pledging
Sorry.
to carry out the largest mass deportation plan in American history.
That would
and
wreck
to
the
use
economy.
U.S. military to do so.
That would
And
wreck
to
the
be more
economy.
specific about exactly how this will work. For example, would you deport parents who have entered the U.S. illegally and separate them from any of their children who were
Trump
born
did.
on U.S. soil? You have 2 minutes.
So first
He
of all,
lost
Margaret, before we
1,500
talk about
kids in the
deportations, we
Mexican
have to
border.
stop the bleeding. We have a historic immigration crisis.
Why did they
because
block the
Kamala
bill? I
Harris
hope Tim
started
Walz hits
and
him
said
on
that she
why
wanted
he,
to
as a
undo
sitting
all of Donald Trump's foreign
senator,
policies.
blocked the
94
border bill.
executive orders suspending deportations, decriminalizing illegal aliens.
This dude is trapped.
Massively increasing.
Trump
the
told his
asylum
real
flow that
weak
exists
ass,
in our system.
block that
That has
bill,
opened the
block it.
floodgates.
I
And
want to
what it's meant is
run
that a
on
lot of fentanyl is
immigration.
coming into our
I want to
country.
run
I had a mother who
on
struggled with
immigration, so
opioid
block the
addiction and has
bill.
gotten clean.
And he
I
blocked
don't
the
want people who
freaking
are
bill.
struggling with addiction to be deprived of their second chance.
Y'all got to
because
remember,
Kamala
J.D.
Harris
Vance is a
leveraged
sitting
fentanyl
senator
in
right
our
now.
communities at record levels. So you've got to stop
He
the bleeding.
blocked
You've got to
the immigration bill.
border policies,
That was a
build
co-sponsored
wall,
bill by both
re-implement
sides. He
deportations,
blocked
and
it.
that gets me to your point, Margaret, about what do we actually do?
Oops.
So we've got 25 million illegal aliens who are here in the country. What do we do with them?
Oopsie.
I think the first thing that we do is we start with the criminal migrants. About 1 million of those people have committed some
Trump
form
said
of
he was
crime
going
in
to
addition
deport
to crossing
100
the border
million
illegally.
immigrants.
I
That's
think
what
you
he
start
said.
with deportations
Now
on
it's
those
25.
folks. And then I think you make it harder for illegal aliens to undercut the wages of
Dizzy,
American workers.
go
A
back.
lot of people will
You
go
are
home if
obviously
they can't
dizzy.
work for less
Go
than
back and
minimum
watch my
wage in our
video when I
country.
covered
And
the
by
whole
way, that'll be
bill
really
and
good for
showed
our
the
workers
bill
who just
in
wanna
its
earn a
entirety so
fair
you can
wage for
read
doing
what
a
was
good
in the
day's
bill.
work. And the final
Why
point,
you
Margaret,
over
is
here
you asked about
lying?
family separation.
Trump
Right
canned the
now in
bill.
this
He
country,
canned the
Margaret,
bill
we have
because he wanted to run on immigration.
320,000
That's why we was
children
talking
that
about
the
eating
Department of
dogs
Homeland
and fucking
Security has
cats and shit.
effectively lost. Some
Stop
of them have
lying,
been sex
dude.
trafficked. Some of them, hopefully, are at homes with their families. Some of
Donald
them have
Trump
been
said
used
he
as
was
drug
going to deport
trafficking
100
mules.
million
The
fucking
real
illegal
family
immigrants and
separation
legal
policy
immigrants.
in
That's
this
what he
country
said.
is unfortunately Kamala Harris.
That's why they was standing at his Klan rally with mass deportation
Remember, when
signs.
she came into
I'm
office,
here to tell the
she
truth
said
about
she
it.
was going to do
He
this.
out here lying.
Real leadership would be saying, you know what, I screwed up. We're going to go back to Donald Trump's border policies. I wish that she would do that. It would be good for all of us.
Ain't nobody. What border policy?
Do you care to
Where you
respond
lose
to any of the
1,500
specific
babies
allegations,
and don't know where to take
including
them?
that the vice
Oh,
president
okay.
is, quote, letting in fentanyl
What's up, Tissues for MAGA? What's good with it,
using
man?
kids as drug mules, among other
I should
things.
go to a
Yeah,
Trump
well,
rally. I would rather
Fentanyl's
run
not true,
head
but I will
first
say
into a
about
brick
this about
wall
fentanyl,
several
'cause this is
times.
a crisis of this, the opioid crisis. And the good news on this is the last 12 months saw the largest decrease in opioid deaths in our nation's history.
Woo, true.
30% decrease in Ohio, but there's still more work to do. But let's go back to this on immigration. Kamala Harris was the Attorney General of the largest state, a border state in California. She's the only person in this race who prosecuted transnational gangs for human trafficking and
Facts.
drug interventions. But look, we all want to solve this. Most of us want to solve this. And that is.
Hey, you heard about the Great Party
That's
Switch?
the Border Patrol agents. That's the Chamber of Commerce.
Whoopsie.
That's most
You know
Americans out
when
here. That's why
Republicans
we have
trade
the
spots with the
fairest and
Democrats?
toughest bill
You know,
on
with Lee Atwater
immigration
and
that this nation seen.
that don't matter?
It was crafted by a conservative.
Oh, and the
senator from
Klan was
Oklahoma,
founded
James
by
Langford. I know him. He's super conservative.
conservatives.
He's a man of
Get
principle.
that in
Wants
your
to get it done.
vocabulary.
Democrats and
Okay.
Republicans worked on this piece of legislation. The Border Patrol said this is what we need in here. These are the experts. And the Chamber of Commerce and the Wall Street Journal said,
Tissues for MAGA, they're willing to say and do anything to try to get votes.
1,500 new border agents.
See what have you peeped what Vance's kind of what his MO is for this debate? Paint himself like the
Just what
victim.
America wants.
Paint
But as
Trump
soon
like
as
the
that was getting ready
hero.
to pass and actually tackle
And
this,
he ain't that.
Donald Trump said no. Told them to vote against it.
Rod
because
Neal,
it
what's up,
gives
bro?
him a campaign issue. It gives him to. What would Donald Trump talk about if we actually did some of these things? And they need to be done by the legislature. You can't just do this through the executive branch. So look, we have the options to do this.
Teach.
Donald Trump had 4 years. He had 4 years to do this. And he promised you, America, how easy it would be. I'll build you a big, beautiful wall, and Mexico will pay for it. Less than 2% of that wall got built, and Mexico didn't pay a dime. But here we are again, 9 years after he came down that escalator, dehumanizing people and telling them what he was going to do. As far as the deportation plan, at
You
one
preaching
point,
tonight,
he
Tim
said
Walz.
events
Go
that
ahead,
were
my
so
boy.
unworkable to be laughable.
Shit.
So that's where we're at. Pass the bill.
Hey, Shadow
should
Band,
sign
guess
it.
what?
Governor, your
You about to
time
be
is up,
really
but
banned.
Senator,
Shut your goof ass
The question
up.
was, will you separate parents from their children, even if their
Like
kids
Trump
are
did.
U.S. citizens? You have 1 minute.
Margaret, my point is that we already have massive child
Trump did
separations
that.
thanks to Kamala Harris's open border. And I didn't accuse Kamala Harris of inviting drug mules. I said that she enabled the Mexican drug cartels to operate freely in this country. And we know that they use children as drug mules, and it is a disgrace, and it has to stop.
Maybe it's
What Tim said
Maybelline.
just doesn't
Yeah, he
pass
got got way too much mascara on, dude.
Kamala Harris
Way
was
too much.
bragging
I'm talking
that she
about
was
a
gonna
lot
undo
up
Donald Trump's
here.
border policy. She did
Sheesh.
exactly that. We had a record number of illegal crossings.
She
We had
got
record
on a
number
shit ton of
fentanyl coming into our
mascara.
country. And now that she's running for president, or a few months before, she says that somehow she got religion and cared a lot about a piece of legislation. The only thing that she did when she became the vice president, when she became the appointed border czar, was to undo.
She was not the border czar. I
Donald
wish
Trump
y'all quit
executive
telling that
actions
fucking lie.
that opened the border.
She is
This
not the
problem
border
is
czar.
leading to massive problems
Lying.
in the United States.
Just
of America.
lying, bro.
Parents who can't afford.
Please, Tim
healthcare,
Walz,
schools that are overwhelmed.
rip his
It's got
ass
to
a new
stop,
one,
and it will
please,
when
sir.
Donald Trump is president again.
Senator, your time is up. Governor, what about our CBS News polling, which does show that a majority of Americans, more than 50%, support mass deportations?
Look, we fix this issue with a bill that is necessary, but the issue on this is what happens when you don't want to solve it. You demonize it. And we saw this. And
Yep,
Senator
that's
Vance,
why
what surprises
50%
me
of those
on this,
people said they're in
talking
favor
about
of mass
saying I will create
deportation.
stories to
Because
bring
Trump
attention to
and
this.
this married band of
That vilified
idiots
a large
have
number
scared
of
the
people
shit out of
who live
everybody.
legally in the
Oh, they're
community of
killing
Springfield.
people. Migrants are
Republican
killing
governor
people. No, they're not.
said, "It's
No,
not
they're
true.
not.
Don't do it."
More
There's
people are killed by
consequences to this.
American
There's
citizens than
consequences.
they
Come
are
together.
migrants.
Senator Langford
Lie
said
again.
we could come together and solve this if we didn't let Donald Trump continue to make it an issue. And the consequences in Springfield were the governor had to send state law enforcement to escort kindergartners to school.
Because
I
of
believe
bomb
Senator Vance
threats.
wants to solve this.
Bomb threats.
By standing with Donald Trump and not working together to find a solution, it becomes a talking point. And when it becomes a talking point like this, we dehumanize and
Damn,
villainize
tissue. You had
other
to
human
kill him
beings.
like that.
Tim,
Governor, your time is up.
Sheesh.
Senator, I'll give you 1 minute, but let me just
Oh my
ask you a
God.
question first.
Good answer, Tim.
The governor has made the point, and I think as a sitting lawmaker, you know that Congress controls the purse strings and any funding. So you have said repeatedly that Donald Trump would, through executive action, solve this. Do you disagree that Congress controls the purse strings and would need to support?
I want to see how he's going to wiggle out of this one. Come on, mascara boy.
Look, Margaret, first of all, the gross majority of what we need to do at the southern border is just empowering law enforcement to do their job. I've been to
Well,
the
why
southern
didn't you
border
empower
more than
them,
borders are.
dickweed?
Kamala Harris has been, and it's actually heartbreaking because the Border Patrol agents, they just want to be empowered to do their job. Of course, additional resources would help, but most of this is
Hey,
about
Noah,
the
guess what?
president and
You're gonna be the
vice
first person
president
I block tonight.
empowering our law enforcement to
Fucking
say,
clown.
if you try
How
to
about
cross
that one?
the border illegally, you've got to stay in Mexico.
That hurt.
You've got to go back through proper
That
channels.
hurt. I know it
Governor
did.
Walz
Fuck you.
brought
How
up the
about that?
community of Springfield. And he's very
Homegrown
worried
terrorists kill more
about the
people
things that
than
I've said
immigrants
in
do.
Springfield. Look, in Springfield, Ohio, and
That's
in communities
funny.
all across this
How they try to
country,
demonize
you've got
immigrants.
Schools that are overwhelmed.
It's very,
You've got
very funny how they
hospitals
try
that
to
are overwhelmed.
demonize them.
You've got
Very
housing
funny.
that is totally unaffordable because we brought in millions of illegal immigrants to compete with Americans for scarce homes. The people that I'm most worried about in Springfield, Ohio, are the American citizens who have had their lives destroyed by Kamala Harris's open border. It is a disgrace, Tim. And
There
I
ain't no
actually think
open
I agree
border.
with you. I think you want to solve this problem, but
You
I don't
goofy.
think that
Your
Kamala
mama
Harris
is.
does.
Senator, your time is up.
Why do
Governor,
they
you have
keep
1 minute to
lying? Why they
respond.
keep telling this stupid ass
It
lie?
is law enforcement that asked for the bill. They helped craft it. They're the ones that supported it. It was
Why did
that's
J.D.
because they
Vance
know
turn
who
the
needs
bill
to do
down?
this. Look,
He's a
the
senator.
issue of continuing to bring this up, of not dealing with it,
Oops.
of blaming migrants for everything. On housing, we could talk a little bit about Wall Street speculators buying up housing and making them less affordable.
Thank you.
It becomes a blame.
Thank you.
This bill
It ain't the
actually
immigrants.
gives the
It's
money necessary
corporations in
to
Wall
adjudicate.
Street buying the
I
biggest
agree. It
freaking
should not take
homeowners in
7
the
years
United
for an
States
asylum
is
claim
Wall
to be
Street.
done. This bill
Damn,
is done in
y'all don't be
90 days.
listening.
Then you start to make a difference in this, and you start to adhere to what
They
we
said
know.
borders are like we in
Principles.
fucking
Look, I don't
Russia.
talk
Y'all
about my faith
y'all
a
are
lot,
goofy.
but
Y'all really are
Matthew
stupid.
25:40 talks about to the least amongst us you do unto me. I think that's true of most Americans. They simply want order to it. This bill does it. It's funded. It's supported by the people who do it, and it lets us keep our dignity about how we treat other people.
Thank you.
Thank you, Governor. And just to clarify for our
Boy, this
viewers,
gonna hurt y'all.
Springfield, Ohio does have a
CC
large
Motion, what's
number
up, fam?
of Haitian migrants who have legal status, temporary protected
Well,
status.
Margaret, but
Thank you.
Senator, we have so much to get to.
Margaret, I think it's important
We're
because
gonna turn now to the economy. Thank
Margaret,
you.
the rules were that
The
you guys weren't
economy-
going
The rules what?
I think it's important to say what's actually going on.
He lying.
So there's an application called the CBP One app.
He
where
lying.
you can go on as an illegal migrant, apply for asylum or apply for parole, and be granted legal status at the wave of a Kamala Harris open border wand.
He lying.
That is not a
He
person
lying
coming in
again.
and
Why do
applying
they
for a
keep
green card
lying,
and waiting
dog?
for 10 years.
Why do
That
they
is
keep
a
lying?
facilitation of illegal immigration, Margaret.
Why do they keep lying? Why do you keep lying?
We have so much to get to, Senator.
He lying.
So
Been on
much.
the books since 1990.
Thank you, John.
He lying. Thank you.
App has not been on the books since 1990. It's something that
Thank you for muting this damn mic. Shut the fuck up.
The audience can't hear you because your mics are cut. We have so much we want to get to. Thank you for explaining the legal process. Nora.
Thank you, Margaret.
He out here lying
The
again.
economy is a top concern for voters. Each of your campaigns has released an economic plan. So let's talk about this.
Oh, he about to get murdered again. Shit.
President Harris unveiled a plan that includes billions in tax credits.
He's
for
about to get
manufacturing,
murdered
housing, and a
again.
renewed child tax credit.
He's
The Wharton
about to get
School says your
murdered
proposals will
again.
increase the nation's deficit by $1.2 trillion. How would you pay for that without ballooning the deficit? Governor, I'll give you 2 minutes.
It's gonna be an
thank you.
easy one.
And Kamala Harris and I do believe in the middle class because that's where we come from. We both grew up in that. We understand. So those of you out there listening tonight, you're hearing a lot of stuff back and forth, and it's good. It's healthy. That's what this is supposed to happen. You should be listening. How's this going to impact me? The bold forward plan that Kamala Harris put out there is talking about this housing issue. The one thing is there's 3 million new houses proposed under this plan with down payment assistance on the front end to get you in a house. A house is much more than just an asset to be traded somewhere.
Facts.
It's foundational to where you're at. And then making sure that the things you buy every day, whether they be prescription drugs or other things, that there's fairness in that. Look, the $35 insulin is a good thing, but it costs $5 to make insulin. They were charging $800 before this law went into effect. As far as the housing goes, I've seen it in Minnesota. 12% more houses in Minneapolis. Prices went down on rent 4%. It's working. And then making sure tax cuts go to the middle class. $6,000 child tax credit. We have one in Minnesota. Reduces childhood poverty by 1/3. We save money in the long run, and we do the right thing for families. And then getting businesses off the ground. The law as it stands right now is $5,000 tax credit for small business, increasing that to $50,000.
This man right here is prepared.
Philosophical difference between
I
us.
want to hear this.
Trump
I want to hear this
promised, and I'll give
fucking
you this,
clown
he
right
took-
here explain
he
this
took
with all
quotes
this
from all
mascara
others, said
on.
your
I
richest
wonder, can
home
he
tax
see without that
cut. He gave
mascara
the
on
tax
though?
cuts that predominantly went to the top class. What happened there was
I bet you don't know
an
what.
$8 trillion
I bet you don't
increase
even
in
know
the
what that
national
shirt,
debt, the
what that
largest
your
ever.
t-shirt is.
Now
Yes,
he's
shut up,
proposing
fuck.
a 20%
Oh,
incentive
God.
or sales tax on everything we
This
bring
is
in.
the back.
Everyone
This is the
agrees
back
that
in
doing
black
businesses
tour. You
would be
fucking
destabilizing
goofball.
it would increase inflation and potentially lead.
Yeah, he
to
on
further
fire
debt.
right now, bro. He walking through this
Simple for you.
motherfucker with
Where are we
his
going?
popping his
Kamala Harris
collar.
has
You
said
feel
the
me?
things she wants to do. We'll just ask the wealthiest to pay their fair share.
He
When
saw
you do
back
that,
at- look,
our
look,
system works
SS.
best. More people are
Take your
participating, and folks
clan
have
chasing
the
wannabe
things
Nazi ass the fuck out of here, weirdo. How about that?
Similarly, the Wharton School has done an analysis of the Trump
Got this
plan
in the bag.
and
Sure he
says it
does.
would
Like he had the
increase
last
nation's
one.
deficit by $5.8 trillion. My question is the same for
Damn.
you. How do you pay for all that without ballooning the deficit? I'll give you 2 minutes.
Well, first of all, you're gonna hear a lot from
$5.8
Tim
trillion
Walz this evening. You
added
just
to
heard
the
in
deficit.
answer a lot of what Kamala Harris proposes to do, and some of it, I'll be honest with you, it even sounds pretty good. Here's what you won't hear, is that Kamala Harris has already done it, because she's been the vice president for 3.5 years. She had the
Dude,
opportunity.
you don't even know what
all
the
of these great policies.
this
and what
stupid
she's actually
motherfucker
done
know what a vice
instead
president does.
is drive
What
the cost of
policies
food
have
higher
well,
by
as Mike Pence
25%,
passed?
drive the cost
Al
of housing
Gore.
higher by about 60%.
Any vice president in history.
And make
Y'all pick
middle
one.
class life unaffordable for a
Pick
large
one.
number of Americans.
What
Kamala
vice
Harris
president
has
do
such
y'all
great
know
plans
can pass
to help
laws
address
over the
middle-class
fucking president?
problems that
Which
she
one do y'all
wants
know?
to do them now.
Why do they keep telling this stupid ass lie? She had 3 years to do it. What's she gonna do? Override the fucking president?
How much you can trust her actual plans. Now, Donald Trump's economic plan is not just a plan, but it's
We're
also
living under at Trump's economic plan right now. How's that shit working out?
Plans, and they have PhDs, but they don't
Potato.
have and they don't have wisdom, because Donald Trump's economic policies delivered the highest take-home pay in a generation.
Bullshit. Bullshit. Bullshit.
And to boot, peace and security
bullshit
all over the world. So when people say that Donald Trump's economic plan makes sense, I say look at the record. He delivered right.
No, he didn't. He added $8.4 trillion to the deficit and then give us shit but a higher tax bill to pay.
But if you
fuck Trump.
So different about Donald Trump's tax cuts, even from previous Republican tax
Joey,
cuts,
what's up with it though?
is that a lot of those
wear my cowboy hat for this ass kicking, because Tim Walz is kicking this mascara wearing weirdo's ass all over the debate stage right now. Jesus, he over here lying through his fucking teeth, just blatantly lying.
That I'm proud to run on, and we're gonna get back to that common sense wisdom.
He know he freaking lying. Just lying, dude. You ain't gotta lie, dog. You ain't got. I mean, you ain't gotta lie, dude. Donald Trump's tax plan has made life better for working Americans. No, it didn't. It made life better for corporations and billionaires.
Trump's failure on COVID that led to the collapse of our economy. We were already before COVID in a manufacturing recession, but people out of work, the largest percentage since the Great Depression.
Talk to him.
9 million jobs closed on that. That was day one.
Well,
the Infrastructure Act or other things we moved. Now, you made a question about experts said this. I've made a note of this. Economists can't be trusted. Science can't be trusted. National security folks can't be trusted. Look, if you're going to be president, you don't have all the answers. Donald Trump believes he does. My pro tip of the day is this. If you need heart surgery, listen to the people at the Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota, not Donald Trump.
Amen.
The same thing goes with this. And I ask you out there, teachers, nurses, truck drivers, or whatever, how is it fair that you're paying your taxes every year and Donald Trump hasn't paid any federal tax in the last 15 years?
Good old America.
President. That's what's wrong with the system.
He got a fuchsia tie on right now. You look like a fruity bastard right now. This fruity fuck right here.
Governor, you say trust the experts. But those same experts for 40 years said that if we shipped our manufacturing base off to China, we'd get cheaper goods.
Why he over here lying again?
They said if we shipped our industrial base off to other countries, to Mexico and elsewhere, it would make the middle class stronger. They were wrong about that. They were wrong about the idea that if we made America less self-reliant, less productive in our own nation,
who said that shit?
Make us better off, and they were wrong about it. And for the
if you get this dude right, this dude tell this dude JD James, what his real name is, James Vance, this fucking lying bastard, bro. This dude over here lying his ass off. He's a fantastic liar. He's a great liar. He's selling that bullshit, bro. And he got no maggots right now. Oh, JD Vance is over here kicking Tim Walz's ass over here.
And we're not going to stop it by listening to experts.
He over here lying.
By listening to common sense wisdom.
Lying.
Donald Trump government.
Like Donald Trump got wisdom. That wisdom in Donald Trump is like.
If you're listening tonight,
hey, wisdom in Donald Trump is like putting Jeffrey Dahmer in charge of a daycare. That shit ain't gonna work.
On this, I'm not a guy who wanted to ship things overseas, but I understand that. Look,
hey, where does Donald Trump get his "Make America Great Again" hats from? I'm just asking for a friend. Oh, China, you say?
What most concerns me on this is
China.
Donald Trump was the guy who created the largest trade deficit in American history with China.
Thank you.
The rhetoric is good. Much of what the senator said right there, I'm in agreement with him on this. I watched it happen too. I watched it to my communities, and we talked about that. But we had people undercutting the right to collectively bargain. We had right to work states made it more difficult. We had companies that were willing to ship it over, and we saw people profit. Folks that are venture capital in some cases, putting money into companies that were overseas. We're in agreement that we bring those home. The issue is Donald Trump is talking about it. Kamala Harris has a record, 250,000 more manufacturing jobs just out of the IRA.
May I respond to that?
Yes.
That is some beautiful work, Tim Walz.
If you notice, what Governor Walz just did is he said, first
he got them watches.
Trump has to listen to
them bullshit ass $100,000 watches.
The experts screwed up. He said, well, Donald Trump didn't do nearly as good of a job.
No, he didn't.
No, that's a gross generalization.
That he did. So what Tim Walz is doing, and I honestly, Tim, I think you got a tough job here, because you've got to play whack-a-mole. You've got to pretend that Donald Trump didn't deliver rising take-home pay, which of course he did.
No, he didn't. He did not. He did not. Donald Trump helped cause inflation. He raised the prices on imports with all those bullshit tariffs. Tariffs are a fucking tax. Ladies and gentlemen, when someone places a tariff on an imported good that we have to use for production of stuff that we have to buy, guess who gets to pay that damn cost? Not the country they putting the fucking tariff on. Whoops.
To all of you watching, we can
God dang, man. Come on. Come on, bro.
Common sense economic principles.
I hope we have a conversation on healthcare then.
Senator, Governor.
Please.
Thank you. Margaret?
We have a lot to get to ahead, gentlemen, on many topics.
This fucker over here lying his ass.
Personal qualifications.
I guess JD Vance think that everybody in America wasn't here when Donald Trump passed that bullshit ass tax bill in 2017, and all those companies started buying back all their stocks and monopolizing businesses, and shit started going up all around the country. Oh, when wood from Canada was $60-$70 a fucking sheet of plywood. Yeah.
August of that year. Can you explain that discrepancy?
Yeah, well, and to the folks out there who didn't get at the top of this, look, I grew up in small rural Nebraska, town of 400, town that you rode your bike with your buddies till the streetlights come on, and I'm proud of that.
You voting Trump Vance all day. Ain't no we. We ain't part of your we. We ain't stupid.
Here's the GI Bill.
We done seen this goofball in action. We know Donald Trump ain't gonna do shit he promised like the first 4 years he said. He didn't do, we ain't no we. It's you. This ain't France. We know we here. We, monsieur, we. Ain't no we. It's you.
We would take baseball teams. We would take dance.
You voting Trump,
nigga. Go
nigga.
back and forth to China.
Take that we shit to France. We ain't voting shit.
My community knows who
the fuck is we?
Saw where I was at.
Right, Joe. Who the fuck is we?
I have poured my heart.
We ain't voting shit. We ain't vote for that bastard. We know better. We learned from the first 4 years he fucked up in office, playing golf with his fat ass.
For 12 years.
His fat ass playing golf every other weekend, and then running up the fucking deficit like a motherfucker. More. How can you raise the deficit more in 4 years than any fucking president in the history of this fucking country? In 4 years, you raised more debt in 4 years, and you think you're good on the economy? Sure you are. Ain't no damn we here. We vote for Trump. Fuck that bitch ass nigga.
The difference it made in my life, I learned a lot about China. I hear the critiques of this. I would make the case that Donald Trump should have come on one of those trips with us. I guarantee you he wouldn't be praising Xi Jinping.
Born in the USA.
Start a trade war that he ends up losing. So this is about trying to understand the world. It's about trying to do the best you can for your community.
He will lose, Alicia.
Yourself out there and letting
Alicia, he'll lose horribly.
My commitment, whether it be through teaching, which I was good at.
Did I vote for Clinton? You're damn right I did. I wish y'all dumbasses would have listened to it. We wouldn't be in this shit.
Governor, just to follow up on that.
We wouldn't be in this shit now. Everything Hillary Clinton said was the truth. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. And you seen it in real time. And a lot of y'all owe Hillary Clinton a fucking apology.
So I was in.
A lot of y'all owe that woman an apology.
In China during
she's not good for the country. And Trump was. Sure he was.
In governance.
Thank you, Governor. Senator Vance, in 2016, you called your running mate Donald Trump unfit for the nation's
He called him Hitler.
Office, and you said he could be America's Hitler.
Damn.
I know you've been asked many times, and you've said you regret those comments.
Trump was in office for 4 years, goofball. That's why he's running for president again. He's running to stay his monkey ass out of jail.
In which you also disparaged Trump's economic record while he was president, writing to someone in 2020, quote, Trump thoroughly failed to deliver his economic populism. You're now his running mate.
Damn.
And you've shifted many
called his ass out, Lord Jesus.
With his. If you become vice president, why should Americans trust that you will?
Because he's the Heritage Foundation's do boy. That's why. That's why he's gonna do exactly what the fuck they said. That's the reason why Peter Thiel funded his Senate campaign. That's how he became a fucking senator. He had a billionaire behind him.
I was wrong about Donald Trump.
Yeah, he lying his ass. Look at him lying. He said Donald Trump was the Hitler of the United States of America. Now he your best friend. Y'all some dirty motherfuckers, dog.
Rising wages, rising take-home pay, an economy that worked for normal Americans, a secure southern border, a lot of things, frankly, that I didn't think he'd be able to deliver on.
Yeah,
And
man, I'll
it's
be watching
rough
football.
when you misspeak, when you get something wrong and you change your mind. You ought to be honest with the American people about it. It's one of the reasons, Margaret, why I've done so many interviews, is because I think it's important to actually explain to the American people where I come down on the issues and what changed. Now, you pointed out the messages from 2020.
But he said he
I've
can
been
change
extremely
his
consistent,
position on
but I think
issues,
there are
but
a
Kamala
lot of
Harris
things
can't
that we
though.
could have done better
Oh,
in the
okay. Y'all
Trump
see how this
administration the first
hypocrisy
round
is
if
just running
Congress
rampant
was
in the
doing
Republican
its
Party.
job.
You see how
I
this
strongly believe,
hypocrisy
and I've been a
is
United
just
States
blatant.
Senator,
Like,
that Congress is not just a high-class debating society. It's not
damn,
just a forum for
this shit
senators and
crazy.
congressmen to whine
I
about
want to wear my
problems.
cowboy
It's a
hat. Fuck
forum
this
to
damn
govern.
do-rag.
So there
I
were
want
a
to wear
lot
my
of things
cowboy
on
hat
the
tonight.
border,
Damn it.
on tariffs, for
I want to
example,
wear my
where I think
cowboy
that we
hat
could have done
tonight
so
and
much
sound
more if
like
the
MAGA
Republican Congress
morons
and the
up in the
Democrats in
chat
Congress
right
had
there.
been a little bit better about how
Hey,
they govern the
JD
country.
Vance
We're
is
so
doing
obsessed
the
with
bang
impeaching
up
Donald
job,
Trump, they
buddy.
couldn't actually govern. And I want to talk about this tariff issue in particular, Margaret, because Tim just accused this of being a national sales tax.
It is a national sales tax. Who pays for tariffs?
It's
Anybody in the
surprised to
chat?
hear me praising Joe Biden, but the one thing that
Who
Joe Biden
pays
did
for
is he continued
tariffs,
some of the Trump
ladies and
tariffs
gentlemen?
that protected
Who
American
pays for
manufacturing
tariffs?
jobs. And it's the one issue,
Who
the
pays
most
for
pro-labor
tariffs?
part of the Biden administration.
I want to know
It's
that.
the one issue
Anybody
where
in the
Kamala
chat?
Harris has run away from Joe Biden's record.
Anybody?
Think about this. If you're
Who
trying to
pays
employ
for
slave
motherfucking
laborers in
tariffs?
China at $3 a day, you're going
Anybody?
to do that and undercut the wages
Anybody?
of American workers unless our country
Anybody?
stands up for itself and says you're not accessing
Thank
our
you,
markets
Tissues for
unless
MAGA.
you're paying middle-class Americans.
He over here
a fair
trying to
wage.
bend it like the
Senator, your
taxpaying
time is
Americans
up.
don't eat the
Thank you.
cost of these
Now the issue
bullshit
of
ass
reproductive
tariffs.
rights. Governor Walz, after Roe versus Wade was
We pay
overturned,
for tariffs.
you signed a bill into law that made Minnesota one of the least restrictive states in the nation.
Oh, come on, talk about it. I want to hear this one.
Former
Ooh.
President Trump said in the
I want to
last
hear
debate
this shit
that
here.
you
This finna
believe
get
abortion,
good.
quote, in the
This
ninth
finna be
month
good.
is absolutely fine.
This finna be good.
Yes or no? Is that what you support? I'll give you 2 minutes.
That's what the bill says, but look, this issue is what's on everyone's mind. Donald Trump put this all into motion.
Amen.
He brags about how great it was that he put the judges in and overturned Roe versus Wade. 52 years of personal autonomy. And then he tells us, oh, we send it to the
No,
states.
it's not.
A beautiful thing.
And Maul.
Amanda Zaworski
No,
would
it's not.
disagree with you on it's a
No,
beautiful thing.
it's not.
A young bride in
It's not.
Texas.
See,
waiting for a
tariffs are a
child
yin
at 18
yang.
weeks.
They are a
She has
yin and a
complication,
yang. Here's how
terminal
tariffs
membrane.
work.
She needs to go
You
in.
put tariffs
Her
on
medical
goods and
care
services, right?
At that point, needs to be decided
Say
by
for
the
China,
doctor.
for instance, like
And
Trump
that would have
did
been an abortion
when he
ban
had
in
his little
Texas that put them
tariff
in
tirade
jeopardy.
against the
She
world,
went home,
seemingly.
got sepsis,
You
nearly dies.
you
and
put
now
the
she has
fucking
difficulty having
tariffs
children.
on the piece of
Or
goods and
in
services that
Kentucky,
come in this country.
Hadley Duvall,
It raises
a
the price
12-year-old
of said
child,
piece of
raped and impregnated by her
product that comes
stepfather.
in this country that has a
Those
tariff
are
placed on it.
horrific.
Like Donald
Now,
Trump
when God
threatened
asked
to
about
put
that,
tariffs
Senator
on
Vance
John
said,
Deere
"Two wrongs
tractors,
don't make
right?
a right. There is no right."
You raise the prices.
Yes.
How are they gonna?
So
How
in Minnesota,
how is
what
that?
we
They
did
gotta
was
still buy
restore
that product because they
Roe
need
versus
it. They need it
Wade.
for
We made
production.
sure that we put
So when they buy that
men
at
in
a
charge
higher
of their
cost,
healthcare. But look, this is
of
not
course,
if you don't know Amanda
they're going to.
or
Somebody's
Hadley,
gonna have to eat the
you
cost
should
of that
know
raising
their
price.
Project 2025
That's why you will
is
see
going to have a registry
I use the
of
example of
pregnancies.
you buy a
It's going to get more
2022
difficult, if not
freaking
impossible,
Honda
to get
Civic
contraception
for say
and limit access, if not
$26,000.
eliminate
They
access to
they put a
fertility
tariff
treatments.
on metal.
So many of you out there
That
listening
shit
need
goes up to
something.
32,000, and
It's
it pretty much has the
China.
same thing that other
That's
car
nobody
had on it.
else's
You
business.
wonder why that
But those
happens
things are
because
being
of tariffs.
And the catch-all on this is well, the states will decide what's right for Texas.
Hey, that
might
one
not be
girl,
right
our
for
groceries
Washington.
got high
That's
because
not how this
monopolies.
works. This is basic
When you
human
got
rights.
companies
We have
monopolizing freaking
maternal
businesses and stuff that
mortality
consumers have to buy,
skyrocket in
they can
Texas.
raise the price. There's no
So many other
competition.
countries in the world.
So they can raise the
This
price
is
at
about
will.
healthcare. In Minnesota,
They
we
can
are
do
right
it whenever they
first
want to.
healthcare
There's
for
no
a reason.
competition
We
to
trust
stop
women,
them.
we trust doctors.
Senator, do you want to respond to the governor's claim? Will you create a federal pregnancy monitoring agency?
No, Nora, certainly we won't. And I want to talk about this issue because I know a lot of Americans care about it. And I know
We
a lot
have
of
to eat the
Americans don't
cost of that
agree,
tariff.
with
That tariff is a
everything that I've
sales
ever said
tax.
on this topic. And
It's a
you know,
sales
I
tax.
grew up in a working class
If you put a
family in neighborhood where I knew a
20%
lot of
tariff
women
on
who
wood
had
coming from
unplanned
Canada,
pregnancies and
that
decided
wood's
to
going up
terminate those
20%.
pregnancies
Why do
because
y'all
they
think
feel like
in
they didn't have any other
2016,
options.
well, in
And,
2019,
one of them is actually very
2020,
dear to me. And I know she's
2021,
watching today.
why
And I
wood
love
was so
you.
expensive?
And she told me something a couple years ago.
It just
that
recently
she felt
came
like if
down.
she hadn't had that abortion, that it would have would have destroyed her life because she was in an abusive relationship. And I think that what I take from that as a Republican who proudly wants to protect
No, they don't.
life in this country,
No, they
proudly
don't.
wants to protect the vulnerable,
No, they don't.
is that my party, we've got to do
No, they
so
don't.
much better of a
The
job
Republicans
at
kicked
earning
down
the
Roe
American
versus
people's
Wade
trust back
and
on
told
this
women,
issue where they
y'all
frankly
get
just
no
don't
access to have
trust us.
health
And I
care
even
on your
told
body.
things that Donald Trump
A
and I
man
are
tells you what the
endeavoring
fuck to do. When
I
there's
want
no
us
kind
as
of
a Republican
provisions
Party
over a
to
man's
be
body on any
pro-family in the
type of
fullest sense
legislation
word. I want us to
whatsoever.
support fertility treatments. I want us to make it easier for moms.
He just
to
voted
have
against
babies. I want us
IVF.
to
I
make
just
it
want y'all to
easier
know
for
this shit.
families
Why he over here
to
running this
afford a
jibber
home so
jabber
they can
bullshit?
afford a
It
place
sound good,
to raise that
but he
child.
lying
And
through
I
his
think there's
teeth.
so much that we can do on the public policy front just to give women more options. Now, of course, Donald Trump has been very clear that on the abortion policy,
A group of old white
that
men
we
telling
have
women
a
what to
big
do with their
country
fucking
and it's
bodies.
diverse, and California has a different
I wish
viewpoint on
one
this
of the
than
moderators
Georgia
would
has a
ask
different
this
viewpoint
clown
from
how he
Arizona,
feels
and
about
the
Amber
proper
Nicole
way to
Thurman
handle
losing
this,
her life
as messy as
because she couldn't
democracy
get the
sometimes
necessary treatment
is
that
to
she
let
needed. Or
voters
Candace
make
Miller.
these decisions.
Ask
Let
them
the
about those
individual
two.
states make their abortion
Fucking
policy,
clowns.
and I think
Up
that's
here
what
lying and
makes the
playing in
most
y'all
sense
face.
in a very
And you
big,
still got
very
women
diverse,
still
and
wanting to
let's be
vote for
honest,
Trump.
sometimes a very, very
That's the
messy
scary
and
part for
divided
me.
country.
Governor, would you like to respond and also answer the question about restrictions?
Yeah, well, the
Do
question
you
got
even
asked
know
when
what Roe
Donald Trump
versus Wade was?
made the
Fool, I'm
accusation
sitting
that
here
I'm trying
talking
to
about it,
use.
dumbass.
Well, let me tell you.
Do you
about
know
this
what
idea
Roe
that there's
versus
diversity.
Wade was? Do
As
you
know,
know
in
what it
California,
was? It was
she happened
health
to be in
care for
Georgia,
women.
a restrictive state.
Goofball.
Because of that, she had to travel a long distance to North Carolina to try and get her care. Amber Thurman died.
Thank
in
you.
that journey back and forth.
All
The
she
fact of the
needed was
matter
a
is, how can we
DNC.
as a nation say that your
They
life
couldn't do it. She
and
waited
your
20
rights
hours in the hospital
as
and
basic
died
as the right
because
to
of
control
Trump.
your own body is determined on geography?
Trump.
There's a very real chance.
Oh, and Marcellus
Amber
Williams
Thurman
died
lived
because
in
of
Minnesota,
Trump.
she would be alive.
Thank
today.
his Supreme Court
That's
justices
why
for
the
that.
restoration of Roe versus Wade. When you listen to Vice President Harris talk about this subject and you hear me talk about it,
Just
you
because
hear
you're
us
talking about it
exactly
doesn't
the
mean
same.
you know what the hell
Donald
you're
Trump
talking
is
about.
trying to figure
Dumbass,
out
what's
how
the
to get
purpose of me
political
talking
out
about
of
it
this.
then,
I agree with
dickweed?
a lot of what Senator Vance said about what's happening. His running mate, though, does not.
You've
and that's
been
the problem.
bamboozled.
Governor,
You're a
your time is up.
fucking
Senator,
dummy.
let me ask you about that. He
You're a
mentioned
willful idiot.
referring to a national ban. In the past,
You're a
you
willful
have
idiot.
supported a federal ban.
They're
on
gonna put a
abortion after
if Trump
15
gets in
weeks.
office, they're gonna put a
In fact, you
federal
said
ban on
if
women
someone can't
seeking health
support
care for
legislation
themselves.
like that, quote, you are
Goofy as
making the
hell.
United States the most barbaric pro-abortion regime anywhere in the entire world. My question
Do
is,
you know what
why
Roe
have you
versus
changed your
Wade
position?
is?
Well,
Roe versus
first of
Wade
all, I never
was
supported
a
a
precedent
national
set in
ban. I did during
1973
when I was running for Senate in
that
2022,
Republicans
talk
have
about
been running to
setting
try to
some
tear
international
down for
standard.
years, for
example,
over 50
we have a partial
years.
birth abortion ban in
They
this
finally got their
in this
chance with the
country at the
fucking
federal level.
idiot in
I don't think
office.
anybody's trying to get rid of that, or at least I hope not.
He got rid of it.
Democrats have taken a very radical pro-abortion stance. But Nora, one of the things that changed is in the state of Ohio, we had a referendum in 2023, and the people of Ohio voted overwhelmingly, by the way, against my position. And I think that what I learned from that, Nora, is that we've got to do a better job at
This
winning
man
back
just
people's
said
trust.
I
many
put a
young women
referendum
would love to
on the
have
ballot
families.
and the people
Many
voted
young
against
women
you. That
also
tells
see
you
an
the fucking
unplanned
idea you
pregnancy as
had was
something that's
fucking
gonna
wrong, genius.
destroy their livelihood, destroy their education, destroy their relationships, and we have got to earn people's trust back. And that's why Donald Trump and I are committed to pursuing pro-family policies, making childcare more accessible, making fertility treatments more accessible, because we've got to do a better job at that, and that's what real leadership is.
Governor, your response.
Well, I'm going to respond on the pro.
You don't care about a woman's
No,
right to
we're
choose,
not.
do you?
We're
Or you
pro-women.
fucking
We're
misogynistic
pro-freedom
bastard.
to make
You
your
don't
own
care
choice.
about a
We
woman's
know
right to
what the
choose, right?
implications are to not
You don't
be
care.
that. Women having miscarriages.
You don't care.
Women not getting the care.
You don't care.
Physicians
Just say you
feeling
don't
like they
care
may
about
be
your mama.
prosecuted for
Say you don't
providing
care
that
about
care.
your sister
And as
or your
far as
daughter if
making
you got
sure that
one.
we're
Say
educating
you
our
don't care
children,
about your
giving them
cousins or
options.
your nieces.
Minnesota's a state
Say you
with
don't
one of the
care.
lowest teen
You don't
pregnancy
give a
rates.
fuck. You want some
We
old ass
understand
dried
that
up
too.
white
We know
man
that the
telling your
options need to be
daughter's
available,
wife's
and we make that
nieces,
true.
cousins,
We also
friends
make
that
it
are
we're a top 3
females
state
what to do with their
for the
fucking
best place
bodies.
to raise children.
Shut the
But these
fuck
two
up.
things to try and
Ain't
say
nobody telling me
that
what to do
we're
with my
pro-children,
body.
but we don't
So I
like
ain't
this,
telling
or
nobody else
homosexual
what to do with
pro-abortion,
theirs.
that's not the
Simple as
case at
that.
all.
You don't get that
We are
concept, are
pro-freedoms
you
for women
fucking
to make their
goofball?
choices, and we're going, and Kamala Harris is making the case to make options for children more affordable. A $6,000
The power.
child tax credit.
Let me
but we're not gonna base it on
reverberate
the
my
backs of
fucking
making someone like
explanation
Amber
once
Furman
again. There is
drive 600
absolutely
miles
no
to try to
one,
get healthcare.
and I mean no
Let me
one,
respond to that. First of
states,
all, Governor, I agree
federal,
with you.
I don't
Amber
give a
Furman should
fuck,
still be alive,
that
and
should
a
be
lot of
telling
people wish
anybody
she'd
what to
still
do
be
with their
alive, and I
bodies.
certainly wish that she
Nobody.
was. And maybe
Nobody.
You're free to disagree with me on this and explain this to me, but as I read the Minnesota law,
There is absolutely no one who should be telling a woman what she should do with her body.
That a doctor who presides over an abortion where the baby survives, the doctor is under no obligation to provide life-saving care to a baby who survives a botched late-term abortion. That is, I think, whether you're pro-choice or pro-abortion, that is fundamentally...
Why are you up here lying about late-term abortions? Why are you lying?
Some of what we've seen, do you want to force...
They probably did, Joe. They probably did. Trump probably had many of them. Like he did Katie, that Katie lady.
We can be a big and diverse country where we respect people's freedom of conscience and make the country more pro-baby and pro-family. But please...
Yes, Governor, please respond.
Look, this is one where there's always something...
How about the baby's body? That's between the doctor, the woman, and God. Not me, not you.
Who know best when they need to do this. Trying to distort the way a law is written to try and make a point, that's not it at all.
What was I wrong about, Governor? Please tell me, what was I wrong about?
That is not the way the law is written. Look, I've given I've given this advice on a lot of things, that getting involved, getting engaged, that's been misread, and it was fact-checked at the last debate. But the point on this is there's a continuation of these guys to try and tell women or to get involved. I use this line on this, just mind your own business.
Thank you. Mind your fucking business. Damn.
When we do a restoration of Roe,
after birth abortions are what is it called? Infanticide
for children.
That's against the law.
From making sure that once that
the Hyde law and shit. You know,
get meals,
can't kill a baby after
early
it's born.
Childhood education. They get health care. So the hiding behind we're going to do all these other things when you're not proposing them in your budget. Kamala Harris is proposing them. She's proposing all those things to make life easier for families.
I asked a specific question, Governor. You gave me a slogan as a response.
It's not the case. It's not true. That's not what the law says. So yeah, he fact-checked it with President Trump.
Dang.
Gentlemen, there's a lot to discuss. We have
That's a slogan.
Much more of the
yeah, sure it is.
Vice presidential debate in just a moment.
Jesus Christ, bananas. Brain dead Trump supporters in here trying to tell me what abortions is. Good God Almighty. God Almighty. Lord have mercy. Mind your fucking business. Mind your fucking business with your nosy ass. Trying to tell somebody else. Vance ain't won shit. He over here lying through his teeth. He pretty much lied on every fucking answer they gave him. Lied. He said Donald Trump made the economy better and people took home more money. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Well, if you're gonna say that, put that in comparison to how much these CEOs took home. How much Wall Street took home. All these gigantic windfalls from these corporations. Put that into perspective. Now let's talk about money. Who took the most money home? The CEO making $100 million a year or the employee making $14.50 an hour? You do the math, dumbass. Because y'all are fucking stupid. Y'all willing to vote against your own interests for a self-serving, selfish piece of shit fucking wannabe billionaire who's hemorrhaging money because of lawsuits. You mad, bro? You mad? You mad? Are you stupid? Because I know you're stupid. All y'all are stupid. Trump supporters are the stupidest human beings on this planet. I'm surprised y'all even human. Y'all got to be from another planet. Y'all done made up this fictitious world where Donald Trump was so great as president. He was all good. He hugged and kissed babies and the economy was flourishing and there was no wars and he was the emperor of peace. Every time there was a natural disaster, he was there at the snap of a finger and shit. Y'all over here trying to paint this perfect picture of this piece of shit. It's disgusting how bad y'all warped in this fucking damn imaginary world of greatness for Trump. Reality doesn't say that. If all it takes is 5,000 fucking people to go on Twitter right now, all you goofbags watching this video, to go and Google at your fingertips, turn your computer on. When you're on here, damn, having fucking orgasms of Donald Trump slobbering on himself, get on Google and Google the actual policy and what really fucking happened. Just like you can Google what happened in North Carolina in 2017 when Trump denied funding after they got hit with a hurricane. Or when he threw paper towels at the people of Puerto Rico after Hurricane Maria. And he want to talk about Biden's response to Hurricane Helene. And I'm in an area that was affected by Helene. It was quicker than Donald Trump lying ass. His fat ass was over there on at one of his bullshit golf courses, cheating as usual. Jesus Christ, y'all are fucking stupid, boy. Y'all are beyond fixing. I swear, but I know a bunch of y'all Trump supporters was in them slow classes. I know y'all was. I wonder what they. Hey, Amber, I got a question for every last one of them in this chat. What y'all gonna do when Trump loses? What are y'all gonna do when Trump loses? What y'all gonna do when Trump loses? Y'all gonna sell your MAGA hats on eBay? You gonna sell your Trump flags you got all over your Trump? You gonna get laser surgery to remove your Trump tattoo off your left ass cheek? What y'all gonna do when Trump loses and go to jail? What y'all gonna do? Treehouse, what's up, family? Yoel, salute to you. Yeah, get them weirdos out of here. When you spam the chat, block them. What y'all going to do when Donald Trump loses? I got a question. That's a serious question. Serious question. What are y'all going to do when Trump loses? Oh, it's going to be a civil war. Nobody give a fuck about Trump that much. Y'all really don't care about him. He just hates the same people y'all hate, which is brown and black people. Just tell the truth with yourself. Tell the truth. Trump tells it like it is. He tells the truth. No, he don't. He lies every time he opens his mouth. So that's not true. He's not afraid to say the racist shit that's fumbling around in that fucking pea brain of his. Yeah, they're gonna storm KFC. Squeal Team 6 gonna
convicted of involuntary manslaughter and sentenced to 10 years in prison. Do you think holding parents responsible could curb mass shootings? I'll give you 2 minutes.
Yeah, well, Laura, on that particular case, I don't know the full details, but I
yes,
trust local law enforcement and local authorities to make.
I don't know the particulars of that case.
The answer is going to be yes, and in some cases, the answer is going to be no. And the details really matter here, of course. For example, if a kid steals a gun, that's going to be different than if a parent hands over a gun knowing that their kid is potentially dangerous. But look, I want to just sort of speak as a father of 3 beautiful little kids, and our oldest is now in 2nd grade. And like a lot of parents, we send our kids to school with such hope and such joy and such pride at their little faces on the first day of school. And we know, unfortunately, that a lot of kids are going to experience this terrible epidemic of gun violence. And of course, our hearts
H. Mills, why do I don't believe you are ever a Democrat?
And we do have to do better. And
why do I don't believe that bullshit?
That we need
Trump's getting my vote.
Just how do we actually do it?
You are not a Democrat. Why y'all come here trying to lie? You ain't got a lie to kick it. Just say you like Trump, you fucking weirdo.
Majority, close to 90%, and
just say you like Trump.
Of the gun violence in this country is committed with illegally obtained firearms. And while we're on that topic, we know that thanks to Kamala Harris's open border,
sure you are,
massive
and I'm an astronaut
of illegal guns.
Sure you are.
Mexican drug cartels. So that number, the amount of illegal guns in our country is higher today than it was 3.5 years ago.
Hey, another little fact check secret. Gun sales rose under Donald Trump.
And I say this.
There you go. And today's the anniversary that moron went to Las Vegas and mowed down 60 people. Oh yeah, let's remember that one too.
But I unfortunately think
fuck Donald Trump.
Increase security in our schools. We have to make the doors lock better. We have to make the doors stronger. We've got to make the windows stronger. And of course, we've got to increase school resource officers, because the idea that we can magically wave a wand and take guns out of the hands of bad guys, it just doesn't fit with recent experience. So we've got to make our schools safer. And I think we've got to have some common sense bipartisan solutions.
JD Vance is so full of shit. It's fucking mind blowing.
I think all the parents watching tonight,
like, it's like all my fucking bells and whistles for bullshit just goes off just when he starts talking.
Playing volleyball. Those things don't leave you. As a member of Congress, I sat in my office surrounded by dozens of the Sandy Hook parents, and they were looking at my 7-year-old picture on the wall. Their 7-year-old were dead, and they were asking us to do something. And look, I'm a hunter. I own firearms. The vice president is. We understand that the Second
Vance got all that damn mascara on, bro. You can't even see the damn questions.
In Minnesota,
he got all that mascara on, bro. Why you got all that mascara on, dude?
Background checks.
This dude fruity as fuck, bro.
Here's the problem. If we really want to solve this, we've got folks that won't allow research to be even done on gun violence. And this idea that we should just live with it. And
hey, they mastered Trump. He runs from accountability, dog. You got to understand, the people in his cult are just like him.
When these kids, it's abhorrent and it breaks your.
They want the world to believe a false image that they paint for themselves. That's pretty sad. That's a sad bunch of people. They want to be patriots, but they do the most anti-patriotic shit in the world. They say they ain't racist, but as soon as they get mad, they let the N-word fly out their mouth every time. It never fails.
It's not.
If you look online right now and see all these abhorrent videos that pop up on like TikTok or Instagram, some racist piece of shit lying on somebody or accosting somebody for no fucking reason, it's usually a Trump supporter. It usually is. Trump brings out the worst in people because he's a worse piece of shit.
There's countries around the world.
America first. Sure, it's America first.
They're being kids.
Sure it is.
Them to get a fix. These are things that shouldn't be that difficult. You can still keep your fire.
That one girl, salute to you and thank you for dropping through.
If you're listening tonight, this breaks your heart.
Senator.
Tim, first of all, I didn't know that your 17-year-old witnessed a shooting. I'm sorry about that, and I hope that you're doing okay. So. Christ have mercy. It is awful, and I appreciate what
he don't give a fuck
about Finland.
I'm sorry.
I do think it
they don't give a
some
fuck.
Of the frankly weird differences between
they honestly don't give a
gun
fuck.
violence problem.
Every fucking modernized country in the world
don't
have the gun problem that we have in the United States. But our government is the only one in the world that refuses to do something about it. That's a problem.
Way higher rates of anxiety. We unfortunately have.
Look at Ann. You want me to be a Democrat so bad, don't you? I'm not a Democrat.
I think it's the whole reason why we have such a bad gun violence.
I damn sure ain't no fucking Republican.
Another driver.
You don't see me over here soft shoeing and tap dancing for these fucking racist pieces of shit. You'll never see me ever in the history of ever.
A lot of our big cities.
What's up, Montrese?
This is why we have to empower law enforcement to
guns ensure your rights. How?
Put them away and take gun offenders off the streets. I think there's a whole host of things that we can do here, but I do think that our
so you don't care about kids getting mowed down in schools, then?
You, Governor.
You soulless ghoul.
Weapons ban, but it's only later in your political career did you change your position. Why?
Yeah, I sat in that office.
No, Joe, he wasn't saying that shit. He was saying the same shit Oscar was saying.
I used to teach gun safety. I'm of an age where my shotgun was in my car, so I could pheasant hunt after football practice. That's not where we live today. And several things I want to mention.
Yoel, you notice the dog whistles too, don't you? You notice. You know how they try to be they try to be like covert with their racism now. They'll come in and say shit like this to like a black content creator. They'll come in and say you're low IQ. You know what I'm saying? Or say you're a thug or something like that. They love to hide. They love to mask their racism under like clever little buzzwords, like we are too stupid to figure it out. I know exactly what you want to say. You remember the other night when Trump did that debate when he said that Kamala Harris was mentally deficient, right? He really wanted to call her a stupid nigga. That's what he really wanted to say. It took every bit of the Klansman inside his old dusty ass to hide his damn tongue from saying what he really wanted to say.
Gentlemen, thank you. Margaret?
Have y'all noticed that Donald Trump, every country that's invading America, all of them are brown and black countries?
And rent. There's a shortage
of
more than 4 million homes in the United States, and that contributes to the high housing.
You got a chip on your shoulder. Yes, I do. I'm a black man in America. Of course I got a chip on my shoulder, goofball.
Down payment assistance for first-time home buyers.
This dude is so close-minded. All he worried about is the people who like Trump. Fuck Trump.
New homes.
I'm worried about the truth. Facts. That's why I keep fact-checking this mascara wearing weirdo. I can't help that he keeps fucking lying. Y'all like liars. You like being lied to. You like voting against your own interests because you don't give a fuck about nobody else but yourself. You're selfish just like your master. You're both selfish fucks.
Living in those houses. Those of you listening tonight, that house is a big deal. I bought and owned one house in my life. My mom still lives in the house where I was. And when I think of a house,
you're in a cult.
Services after midnight mass where you go with your family. We need to make it more affordable. And one of the things, as I said, this program,
Village Brother, you feel me? Like he said, he did it. All he's been doing is copping out. When they talked about the border, right? J.D. Vance is a sitting senator in the Senate right now. He voted against the border bill. He voted against it. He's a senator.
We can't do it at the federal level, but local folks make it easier to build those homes.
Dan, thank you. I vote for my kids. I vote for my children. I vote for my granddaughter, who I was talking to when I first opened this live. My grandbaby, my beautiful, beautiful, amazing grandbaby. I vote for her because she's going to be here when I'm gone.
And you're going to pay your mortgage. Those are things that we know in the long run.
You're screaming at your phone. Well, you're over here listening to me, dickhead.
And I will give Minneapolis an example. Minneapolis is the one city where we've seen the lowest inflation rates. We've seen a 12% increase in stock because
it's funny y'all come in my live and gonna tell me how to run my live.
A state program.
Oh, you're yelling at your phone. Then why the fuck are you here, weirdo?
Because here's what we know.
Because obviously you're entertained. Sit down and shut the fuck up then. How about that?
Have their kids able to get to school. All of those things in the
where are your kids? They're with their mother. My kids are in there, fucking weirdo. How about that? Their mama right here.
Can't blame.
You see how they try to sneak in that subtle racism? Oh, black families are not together. They're not together. You got a baby mama.
Helps kickstart it. Create that.
Well, you know what? Facts don't support your racism, dickhead. Why is it that black families are more involved in their kids' life than white families?
Federal lands to build homes.
Oops.
Remove regulation, provide tax breaks, and cut back on immigration, which you said pushes.
Sorry, your racism doesn't work here, buddy. I know facts. You don't.
You're promising, and
that's why you're mad.
Any of this plan will provide immediate.
Underboss, what's happening with it, man?
Well, first of all, Tim just said something.
I get it. I understand why you motherfuckers are mad. Y'all want black people to be so downtrodden, stupid, poor, depending on welfare, that all that goofy shit y'all love to say under your breath that you too pussy to say it in anybody's face. Y'all want us to be so downtrodden so bad.
In the country, it's why we have.
You live in Section 8 housing. I know your fucking stupid ass tricks.
Under Kamala Harris's leadership,
I'm light years ahead of you, dickhead.
Now, some of those ideas I actually think are halfway decent, and some of them I disagree.
That's all they know. That's why they gravitate to Trump. All he is hate. There ain't nothing positive to say about Trump. His whole campaign is hate. Hate immigrants. Hate black people. Hate peace. Hate financial equality. Hate the right for a woman to choose. Hate. He hates America. Name one good thing Donald Trump said about America.
If you look
Name it.
at energy prices, as Donald Trump says, drill, baby, drill, one of the biggest drivers of housing costs aside from illegal immigration.
Hey, Renee, how about it? How you feel today, man?
40% more for diesel than the lumber he's delivering to the job site to build.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing, dog. They think we're too stupid to realize exactly what the fuck is going on. The only reason why this race is even close is because of racism. That's it. They feel like in their head, Donald Trump speaks his mind, right? The only thing that's on Trump's mind is hate.
Governor, we will get to you in a moment, but Senator, where are you going to seize the federal lands? Can you clarify?
Well, what Donald Trump has said is we have a lot of federal lands that aren't being used for anything. They're not being used for national park. They're not being used, and they could be places where we build a lot of housing. And I do think that we should be opening up building in this country. We have a lot of land that could be used. We have a lot of Americans that need homes. We should be kicking out illegal immigrants who are competing for those.
You think
homes,
I'm blind?
We should be building more homes.
You think I'm blind?
Deserve to be here.
You voting against your interests, but I'm blind. I'm the blind one. I'm the one that can't see. Wow. You have enlightened me to the highest of enlightenment, sir. You sure did.
Crossings are down compared to when Donald Trump left office, but it's again blaming and not trying to find the solution. I was going to ask on this.
Oh, we doing all right. We doing good. We're getting all this mess cleaned up here.
And I think when people hear federal lands, these are really important pieces.
I'm blind.
Now, Minnesota
sure I
have
am.
a lot of federal lands. I know in the western.
Tell me what I'm blind to. Trump's hatred of America. Trump shitting on veterans like myself.
So the issue is
Trump fucking up the fucking economy. Trump fucking off the pandemic. Trump fucking off natural disasters. Trump fucking up fucking international fucking efforts efforts to bring peace throughout the world. Trump scrapping the fucking Iran nuclear deal. Trump trying to pull us out of fucking NATO. Trump pulling us out of NAFTA to rename it the MCA USA bill that ain't did shit to change nothing, but put his name behind the fucking bill is still NAFTA.
Some of these houses, we're able to make some investments.
Tell me what I'm blind on. I really want to know.
The fact on this, economists.
I really want to know.
You said you don't like the economists. Which economists are saying that it is immigrants that's adding to the cost?
Governor, your time is
good. And good. But Tim Walz cooking with hot grease tonight, bro.
There are many contributing factors to high housing costs. What evidence do you have?
Monopolies.
Migrants
are causing high housing costs.
To share after the debate, we'll put it up on social media. Actually, that really drills down on the
high costs are a result of Wall Street owning houses and raising the prices when they feel like it. That's why. Who's the biggest fucking mortgage holders in America? Wall Street.
We're a country of doers. We're a country of explorers. But we increasingly have.
What did Trump do for the VA? Nothing. He didn't do shit.
Makes it harder to build things and wants to.
He didn't do shit. Joe Biden passed the PACT Act.
Exactly as Kamala Harris.
Ask me how I know.
And what that means is
because I'm a recipient of it. Thank you.
Build homes who aren't able to build homes. I actually agree with Tim Walz. We should get out of this idea of housing as a
Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are what?
Most turn housing into
are they people?
Is giving it away to millions upon millions.
Nice try though.
Who have no legal right to be here.
What are the federal regulations? I deal with this as a governor.
You can very quickly reply.
I'm sorry. I get this as a governor, and I don't necessarily disagree with that. That in some cases, many of those are local, many of them are state. I don't know which ones are federal, but I think whenever we talk regulations, people think they can get rid of them. I think you want to be able to get out of your house in a fire. I think you want to make sure that it's fireproof and those types of things. So which are the regulations? Because the vice president's not responsible for those. Congress writes those.
Governor,
woo!
Gentlemen,
we
have a lot to get through. You're passionate about the housing crisis, I can tell. But Nora?
Thank you. One of the top problems facing Americans is the high cost of health care. Senator Vance, at the last presidential debate, former President Trump was asked about replacing the Affordable Care
He ain't got no fucking plan.
He said, I have concepts of a plan. Since then, Senator, you've talked about changing how chronically ill Americans get health insurance.
Kevin, that's them, dog. That's them. They turn the blinders on when they start hearing facts. Like all they have to do is look. You ain't got to take my word for it. All you got to do is Google. Google is your friend. Hell, if you don't even trust Google, go to DuckDuckGo. You can DuckDuckGo it and look it up yourself. It's gonna say the same fucking thing.
Switched off of Medicaid onto private insurance for the first time.
He got a concept of a plan. He ain't say none of that shit.
You know, a lot of people have criticized this concepts of a plan remark. It's very simple common sense. I think as Tim Walz knows from 12 years in Congress, you're not going to propose a 900-page bill.
You had 9 years.
It would bore everybody to tears, and it wouldn't actually mean anything because part of this.
Donald Trump had 9 years to repeal and replace Obamacare, but he did absolutely fucking nothing. They can't even name a substantial piece of legislation Donald Trump passed while he was 4 years in office outside the fucking Tax and Jobs Act. That's the only thing he passed, and that shit helped billionaires, corporations, and millionaires and rich people.
Think about healthcare.
It didn't help our asses.
You try to buy something, and nobody knows what it actually costs. That price transparency will actually give American consumers a little bit more choice, and will
exactly. Packer, he's planning on not going to fucking jail. That's the only reason why he running.
Trump has said that if we allow states to
Donald Trump can't
on how to cover
the Mission Act. Hold on, let me Google it.
Non-chronically ill. It's not just a plan.
Let's Google
some of these regulations when he was president of the United States, and I think you can make a really good argument that it salvaged Obamacare, which was doing disastrously until Donald Trump came along. And I think this is an important point about President Trump. Of course, you don't have to agree with everything that President Trump has ever said or ever done, but when Obamacare was crushing under the weight of its own regulatory burden and healthcare costs, Donald Trump could have destroyed the program. Instead, he worked in a bipartisan way to ensure that Americans had access access to affordable care. It's not perfect, of course, and there's so much more that we could do, but I think that Donald Trump has earned the right to put in place...
The Mission Act only lets you choose the hospital you want to go to.
Because he did it successfully
I forgot.
Governor?
I almost
All right,
forgot.
here's where being an old guy gives you some history. I was there at the creation of the ACA. And the reason it was so important is I come from a major healthcare state, home of the Mayo Clinic, home to Medical Alley.
Please take off that hat. Please go fuck yourself.
Healthcare. It's why we're ranked first on affordability.
Come over here telling me what the fuck to do.
Healthcare.
Who do you think you are, Alvin?
Under Kamala Harris, more people
Alvin come here telling me what to do with my fucking hat. It's my fucking hat.
Now, Donald Trump all of a sudden wants
fuck out of here.
Go back and remember this. He ran on the first thing he was going to do on day one.
Yeah, he want to get away from them damn charges, Renee. He want to get away from them charges fast as hell. That's the only reason why he's running for president. That's the only reason why he tried to run in 2020, why he's running now. He's running from them damn charges. He don't give a fuck about his constituents. He don't care about nothing. That's why they can't name no policies he's got. None. That's why J.D. Vance is over here using word salad to try to cover up the bullshit Trump did at his debate, which he's failing miserably.
During football,
he's going to get fact-checked to death tonight.
Kamala Harris negotiated drug prices for the first time with Medicare. We have 10 drugs that will come online, the most common ones that'll be there. But look, this issue, and when Donald Trump said...
Kamala doesn't care about you, and Trump does.
As a fourth grader, my kids have never given me
just like Trump cared about North Carolina in 2017 during Hurricane Matthew, huh? Who's in here from North Carolina that was in North Carolina in 2017? Who's in here from North Carolina during Hurricane Matthew? When Trump told Governor Roy Cooper, go fuck yourself. We're not giving you none of your money. Like he told fucking Puerto Rico, fuck y'all. Y'all a dirty country anyway. I ain't giving you shit. And denied them emergency funding. Fuck Donald Trump.
Governor, thank you. Senator, you have not yet explained how you would protect people with pre-existing conditions or laid out that plan.
Well, look, we currently have laws and regulations in place right now that protect people with pre-existing conditions. We want to keep those regulations in place, but we also want to make the health insurance marketplace function a little bit better. Now, what Governor Walz just said is actually not true.
What happened in the you got to be the stupidest motherfucker alive.
Is that a lot of young and healthy
you got to be stupid. They're eating your dogs. They're eating your cats. They're eating the pets of people that live there.
Who had pre-existing conditions. But again, something that these guys do is they make...
Yeah, Trump was throwing paper towels at them people like they were seals and shit. They have no fucking plan, dude. That's why J.D. Vance, all he's doing is giving straw man fucking arguments. That's it. Shit easily debunked. Oh, we got a plan. What's your exact plan, Senator? They have none.
He did his job.
He never had any.
In a bipartisan way and get results.
Trump knows how to use buzzwords to trigger his base because they're fucking stupid. They don't research shit. All they do is listen to this lying piece of shit and run with what he tell them.
The system works.
Just like he told them, I'm going to be with you right there at the Capitol when you go and commit felonies in my name. I'm going to bail all of you out and I'm going to pardon every last one of you.
I think the idea of making sure the risk pool is broad enough to cover everyone, that's the
Ian, they are all fucking left back kids who eat paint chips and shit. Real shit, dog.
Look, people know
real
that
shit,
they need to be on healthcare. People expect it to be there.
It's sad, home.
Able to make it, and we
sad, bro. It's sad we gotta live in the same country as these dumbasses. I wish we could send them to dumbass land. Them with their master Trump, so he can run their pockets every chance he get. Cause it's funny, they come in here trying to tell me about Kamala Harris, but these motherfuckers ain't said one word about Donald Trump scamming them every 5 minutes for money. But he's supposedly a billionaire. He's worth $6.4 billion. I have never seen a billionaire ask for more money from broke people in all my fucking days. People who getting Social Security. People who damn hustling and bustling to make ends meet. He's stealing money from them. And y'all don't even give a fuck.
without a national paid leave program for new parents. Governor Walz, you said that if Democrats win both the White House and Congress, this is a day one priority for you.
Facts.
How long should employers be required to pay workers while they are home taking care of their newborns? You have 2 minutes.
Yeah, well,
Kamala is asking for money too. Is Kamala Harris a billionaire?
Right now, you may
Like Donald Trump tells everybody, loves to tell everybody he's a billionaire. When this motherfucker has been in debt, worse debt than any of us in this damn chat right now. Y'all keep going on this lie that Donald Trump is some successful billionaire. That he don't need your money, but he's always asking for it. Trump sounds like a junkie. That's what he sounds like. He sounds like my uncle right now. Oh, nephew, I'm gonna get good. I'm gonna get right. I'm gonna get right. I'm gonna quit drinking. Sure you are. The doctor told you to stop drinking, right? You ain't stopped. Oh, let me get $5 from you, nephew. Yeah, y'all sound. Yeah, that's Trump. Your drunk ass uncle asking you for $5 every time they see you. And you dumbasses pay him. Oh, but him and Melania are rich.
You end up staying
sure they are.
In some places, that means no paycheck because you've got no protection on that.
No billionaire you know will be running for president.
Trump has said for the
no billionaire you know will be running from fraud charges.
Tax breaks to the
no billionaire you know will have 55 other pending charges on their ass. Not Mark Cuban, not motherfucking Warren Buffett.
Family medical leave program, and I will tell you, go to the families or go to the businesses and ask them. As far as childcare on this, you have to take it at both the supply and the demand side. You can't expect.
Yeah, Melania's stinking ass can't even stand him, and she just like him.
Or our parents to get paid the least amount of money, and we have to make it easier for folks to be able to get into that business, and then to make sure that folks are able to pay for that.
Trump make life fair again. When did he make it fair? The first time he was in office.
The best state, we're still in crisis.
Looks like he made it better for fucking rich people.
Family medical leave and help with this.
Yeah, I remember the platinum plan, bro. They ain't breathed a word of the platinum plan since. When they had fucking Ice Cube come out here, you know, black people, you know, you need to ask for tangibles or sit down on your votes. Y'all need to sit at home. You know what happens when you sit your black ass at home? You get 3 fucking communist fucking justices in the Supreme Court getting bribed by billionaires who set the laws of the land. They set the precedent in the land. That's what happens when you don't vote.
Who's an incredible mother to our 3 beautiful kids, but is also a very, very brilliant corporate litigator. And I'm so proud of her. But being a working mom, even for somebody with all of the advantages of my wife, is extraordinarily difficult. And it's not just difficult from a policy perspective. She actually had access to paid family leave.
It's Jason in Fayetteville. Bro, share your thoughts about hedging our laws on the housing crash.
Especially young women.
See, they made it so that the ones who caused the crash pretty much got off scot-free. And we was left holding the bag.
We should have a
model
that makes
it's still the effects of it is still being felt in the economy today, which is why they're monopolizing the housing market right now. That's the reason why Wall Street owns more houses than the American citizens do. That's why they can control rent prices. That's why they can control it, and they can fluctuate whenever. They can control the market value, the so-called market value of these houses and apartments, and they can raise that shit up whenever they feel like it. And claiming that they ain't changed a doorknob in that bitch, but they'll raise your fucking rent.
Any of these federal monies,
they'll raise it every chance they get. I remember before we bought our house, they were raising our rent every 6 months, going up every month. Every month it was raised $10 here, $30 here, $40 here, $50 here, $40 here, raising it. And it was in small increments. They did it smart. They was smart. So you won't even notice it. You won't even think about like, oh, my rent now $725. It was $700. Oh, because of market value. But they ain't changed shit about where you live at. Nothing. Nothing. They ain't changed the doorknob. Ain't changed. Your air conditioner still don't fucking work. It's still hot as fuck during the summertime. Wintertime, the damn heat don't want to come on. They won't fix shit. But then they'll raise your motherfucking rent every fucking month. You tell me how that shit's fair.
Not very expensive compared to the kinds of numbers we'll be taking in. Is President Trump committed to the $5,000
Yeah, Kevin, they just here to
tax
just
credit
defend Trump.
that you have described? You have 1 minute.
Well, what President Trump said, Margaret, I just want to defend my running mate here a little bit, is that we're going to be.
I'm rooting for Roddy Piper because I can't stand Hulk Hogan racist ass. That's an easy question to answer, and I'm a big wrestling fan.
Employ slave laborers and then ship their products back into our country and undercut the wages.
Yeah, he's young and green, man. Ben don't know what the fuck he's talking about, dog. That's why I'm ignoring his ass.
Cut taxes for American workers and
I'm talking to the real people who actually got something vested in this fucking election.
In the United States of America, but
price gouging, exactly. That's what happens in monopolies. They can price gouge the shit out of us. And these dumbasses are voting for it. They'll vote for it with Trump. Trump gonna slash more regulations off from the EPA. He's gonna give more rights and more freedoms to fucking corporations to pollute our fucking lands. Then fucking climate change is gonna expedite. We're gonna get more storms like Helene.
Solve the child care shortage?
Well, because as Tim said, a lot of the child care shortage is we just don't have enough resources going into the multiple people who could be providing.
Man, boy, I tell you, boy.
And we're gonna
folks in America, hey, one thing Donald Trump has done is he exposed motherfuckers who are so stupid they'll vote for against their own interests to support a lying, cheating ass fucking grifter. They don't even care either. Look at this dumbass. You're not that bright. You're not bright.
Your ticket also has
You are not bright. Cool, I'm not. Why you here then?
Do you think Congress will agree to the $6,000 credit for newborns and $3,000 credit for children over the age of 6, as your campaign has promised?
Right, Kevin. Right. That's exactly what he's doing. Why do you think all these fucking dark ass fucking oil companies and shit are donating to Trump's campaign? Why do you think all these shady ass motherfuckers are all around Trump? Have y'all wondered that shit?
That plays you about 3 or 4 months. Let's be clear of where we're at on this.
You lack application. You lack fucking intelligence to come in here to insult somebody you don't even fucking know, you retard.
I'm not opposed to what he's talking about on options. We've done scholarship types of things. I think we need to be open to making the case. But the issue here is,
look at London Watchmen. You just, man,
for it with these tariffs.
Y'all motherfuckers are weird, man.
Another $4,000 on the family and taking less. So not
respectfully, who will win?
The money to pay for that. They're $4,000.
Hopefully, Kamala Harris.
That's Wharton School. That's his alma mater. And so I think the issue here is, if those members of Congress, I can't believe they're not. When I go to businesses, sure, they'll talk about taxes sometime, but they will lead with childcare and they will lead with housing, because we know the problem is, especially in a state like Minnesota.
Hey, cognitive chaos. Guess why they don't vote Democrat? Because they know they're going to impose regulations and taxes on their real weak asses. Would you vote for them if you were a billionaire fucking corporation executive?
And inflation.
Nope.
After the 2020 election, President Trump's campaign and others filed 62 lawsuits contesting the results. Judges, including those appointed by President Trump and other Republican presidents, looked at the evidence and said there was no widespread fraud. The governors of every state in the nation, Republicans,
there's nobody from Trump's original fucking campaign or fucking his cabinet or anything that's still around, because they're all in jail.
Senator Vance, you have
but Trump only hires the best people, though.
The last presidential election, and would have asked the states to submit alternative electors. That has been called unconstitutional and illegal. Would you again seek to challenge this year's election results, even if
I don't like him either? I don't follow Roland Martin like that.
I'll give you 2 minutes.
I mean, he does make some good points from time to time. He does.
We need to figure out how to solve the inflation.
Man, his own vice president don't endorse him. That says a lot. That man said, "I can't, in good faith, endorse Donald Trump."
I want to answer your question because you did ask.
That's some crazy shit right there. But you want me to vote for Trump? His own vice president, who served beside his real weak ass, won't vote for him. What the fuck you think I'm gonna vote for him for?
And that's all I've said. And that's all that Donald Trump has said. Remember, he said that on January the 6th, the protests.
Good, Andy. Good for you.
And on January the 20th, what
happened? Stop spamming my fucking chat.
The president, Donald Trump left the White House, and now, of course, unfortunately, we have all of the negative policies that have come from the Harris-Biden administration. I believe that we actually.
You got Republicans right now that ain't voting for Trump. They're voting for Kamala.
It's not the threat to democracy that Kamala Harris and Tim Walz want to talk about. It is the threat of censorship. It's Americans casting aside.
You mean to tell
lifelong
me
friendships because
that the
of
Republicans that
disagreements over
serve
politics.
beside this
It's
man
a
ain't
big
endorsing
technology
his
company
ass?
silencing
But you
their
want
fellow
me to be
citizens.
stupid enough to
Kamala
look
Harris
beyond the
said
ones
in
who serve
the
right
president
beside
did
him
and
that can
persuade her
tell
fellow
me the
Americans.
intimate
She
details I
wants to
need to
censor
know
people
about this
who engage
person?
in
That I need to
misinformation.
look
I
all
think
over
we've
that because
posed a
they
much
lying.
bigger threat to
All
democracy than
those
anything that
people
we've
are
seen in
lying
this
about
country
Trump,
in the last
and
4
he ain't
years, in the
lying.
last 40 years. Now, I'm really proud, especially given that I was raised by two
Yeah,
lifelong
teachers.
blue-collar
That's why I'm
Democrats,
talking to
to
everybody in
have
the
the
chat now.
endorsement of Bobby Kennedy
Like
Jr. and Tulsi
look, I
Gabbard,
already done broke this
lifelong
debate down.
members
This
of the
debate
Democratic
basically is this.
coalition. Of course,
Tim
we
Walz is
don't agree
using
with me
facts
and
and
Donald
shit, and
Trump
I
on
was
every
actually
issue.
using
We don't have
talking
to
about
agree on everything.
actual
But
detailed
we're
plans
united
and
behind the
policies.
basic American
JD
First
Vance is
Amendment
covering
principles,
Trump's
and we ought to
ass
debate our
while
differences.
lying
We
his
ought to
ass
argue
off.
about them. We ought to try to persuade our fellow Americans. Kamala Harris is engaged in censorship at an industrial scale. She did it during COVID. She's done it
What do you
for a
think
number of
about
other issues,
RFK
and
and
that to me
Tulsi?
is a
Both of
much
them are
bigger
fucking
threat to
snakes in the
democracy
grass.
than what
They'll
Donald
cut
Trump
your head
said
off for an
when he said that
opportunity,
protesters
for
should
some
peacefully
shine, just like
protest on
Carrie
January
Lake.
6th.
They're the same.
Well, I've enjoyed tonight's debate, and I think there was a lot of commonality.
Yeah, Tulsi
I'm
Gabbard, a
sympathetic to his
lifelong
speaking
Democrat.
and
Sure
the
she is.
with,
Just like Joe
with
Manchin
Senator,
is.
but
Me too,
there's one though that this one was
Just
troubling
like
to
Joe
me.
Manchin and
Because
Christian
I think
Sinema.
we've
They
talked about
both
this before.
Democrats, right? Sure
Donald
they
Trump
are.
refused to acknowledge this, and the fact is that I don't think we can be the frog in the pot and let the boiling water go up. He was very clear. I mean, he lost his
Sully,
election,
what are you talking
and
about?
he said he did. 140 police officers were beaten at the Capitol that day.
Yeah,
Some
Project
of the American
2025 is the
flag,
window to
several
their
hundred dollars.
future.
And it
That's
wasn't
how they
just
want.
in
They
there.
talk
It
about
was
anti-big government
right
all
on
day
the
long,
state
but
Capitol
Project
grounds
2025
in
is
St.
nothing but
Paul
big
and said, "We're
government.
marching to the
Government
governor's
telling you what
residence
to
and there
do,
may
what
be
to think, what
casualties."
religion to
Before the
serve
march,
under.
there was my son and his
You can't
daughter
work
were
overtime no more
surrounded by
because Trump
state
hates
police.
overtime. They want to cut that shit
That
out.
issue and Mike
They
Pence
want to
standing
teach. They
there
want to
before
block what your
teams
kids can learn in
and Mike
school.
Vance.
They want to
The
invade
president
every ounce of
said
your
that.
fucking
So,
privacy
Senator, it was adjudicated
while trying to
over and
mask
over
it
and
for
over.
patriotism.
I worked with kids
These
long
are
enough
some
to
of the
know that I
biggest
said it's a
fucking
football
fundamental
game. Sometimes
traitors
you really
in
want to
all the
win.
history of the
But
United
democracy
States,
is bigger than winning an election.
with the
You shake
exception of
hands,
slave
and
owners.
then you try and
Those
do
are the
everything you
biggest
can to
fucking
help the other
traitors in the
side
world.
win. That's what was at stake here. Now, the thing I'm most concerned
Yeah,
about is
RFK will destroy the
the
energy
idea that
sector.
imprisoning.
He already showed you who he
people
was.
alone,
Maya Angelou
already
said,
laying
when
the
someone shows you
groundwork
who they
for
are,
people
believe
not
them.
accepting this. And a president's
Believe
words
them.
matter. A president's words matter. People hear that. So I think this issue of settling our differences at the ballot box, shaking
Pharaoh, they
hands
don't
on
even know what the
issues,
VP
being
job
honest
is.
about it, but
She
to
had 4
acknowledge
years
what
to do what she's
happened
promising
on
to
January
do
6th,
on the
the first time
campaign.
in American
She ain't the
history
fucking president.
that a president or anyone tried to overturn a fair election and the peaceful transfer of power.
Eloise,
Here we are
I
4
know.
years
Trust me,
later,
I've been trying
in
to
the
tell
same boat.
motherfuckers to
I will
read it,
tell
but
you
they won't
this,
read it. They
that
don't
when this
care
is
to
over,
read it.
we need
All
to
they
shake
care about
hands
is sounding
this election
ignorant. I'm
as a
voting
winner
Trump.
needs to
I'm
be a
voting
winner.
Trump.
This has
Trump
got to stop. It's tearing
2024.
our country apart.
They don't care. No matter if I even start reading sections of
Yeah,
Project
well, Tim,
2025 on here.
first of all,
And I
it's
actually went
really
told
rich
people where to go
for
look.
Democratic leaders to say that
You can
Donald
look on
Trump
page
is a unique threat to
601 for the
democracy
they
when he
want to annex
peacefully
fucking
gave over power on
overtime.
January the
They
20th,
they
as he
want to
had
cut
done
fucking
for 250 years
unions
in this
or
country.
founding
We
unions
are
and
going to
shit.
shake
They want to
hands
have to
after
give
this
the
debate and
employers the
after this
ability to
election.
fire
Of
people
course,
for wanting
I hope that
unions.
we win, and I think we're going to win. But if Tim Walz is the next vice president, he'll have my prayers, he'll have my best wishes, and he'll have my help whenever he wants it. But we have to remember that for years in this country, Democrats protested the results of elections. Hillary Clinton in 2016 said that Donald Trump had the election stolen by Vladimir Putin because
He
the
did.
Russians bought like $500,000 worth of Facebook ads. This has been going on for a
They
long
did
time.
misinformation
If we want to say
campaigns.
that we
Just
need to
like
respect the
Elon
results of the
Musk
election, I'm on
transformed
board.
Twitter
If we
into
want to
fucking
say, as Tim
4chan
Walz is saying, this
2.0.
is just a problem that Republicans have had, I don't buy that.
Governor.
January 6th was not Facebook ads. And I think a revisionist history on this. Look, I don't understand how we got to this point. But the issue was that happened. Donald Trump, can you do it? And all of us say there's no place for this. It has massive repercussions. This idea that there's censorship to stop.
Yeah, he
people
masked
from
it under
doing
free speech.
threatening
But they only doing
someone,
nothing but making
threatening
AI
people.
videos,
That's
making
not
lying
censorship.
videos about
Censorship is
Kamala Harris
defaming.
while
We've seen
praising
that.
Donald
We've seen
Trump.
that brought up. I just think
Yeah.
for everyone tonight, and I'm going to.
It's apartheid Twitter
Vance.
right now.
I think this is the conversation they want to hear, and I think there's a lot of agreement. But this is one that we are miles apart on. This was a threat to our democracy in a way that we had not.
How can I'm gonna ask y'all a real question? How can the Republican Party talk about freedoms when they're banning books and shit?
Did he lose the 2020 election?
Tim, I'm focused on the future.
Look, he can't even answer the question. Did Donald Trump lose the 2020 election? We obviously know the answer. Yes, he lost it. He lost it.
That is a damning non-answer.
Thank you. That's a non-answer.
Obviously, Donald Trump and I think that there were problems in 2020.
No, it wasn't. The problem was Trump.
Talk about it further, but you guys attack us.
If I was Tim Walz, the question I would ask JD Vance: if the 2020 election was stolen, then how did the Republicans assume the majority in the House of Representatives?
Kamala Harris wants to use the power of government and big tech to silence people from speaking their minds.
Donald Trump went to court 66 times and failed 66 times to try to overturn the election. He had a fake coup, a failed ass coup to come to the White House, and that failed.
And then let's come together afterwards.
You can't yell fire in a crowded theater. That's the test. That's the Supreme Court test.
Tim, fire in a crowded
That's a
theater.
precedent.
You guys wanted to kick people off of Facebook for saying that toddlers shouldn't
Senator,
wear
the
masks.
governor does have the floor.
Fire in a crowded theater. That is criticizing the policies of the government, which is the right of every American.
Renee,
The governor does have the floor
Donald
for 1
Trump
minute to respond
told
to.
him to drink bleach,
I don't run
and these
Facebook,
dumbasses
but I
in
do
here
know
trying to
this,
tell me I'm
is I see
brainwashed.
a candidate out there who refused.
Donald Trump
and
told
now
these
again, and
these
I'm
motherfuckers
shocked by this.
that the election
He
was
lost the
stolen.
election.
They walked their happy asses up to the White House to get thrown in jail. 1,600 of them are in jail right now. It should be more.
When Mike Pence made that decision to certify that election, that's why Mike Pence isn't on this stage. What I'm concerned about is, where is the firewall with Donald Trump? Where is the firewall if he knows he could do anything, including taking an election, and his vice president's not going to stand to it? That's what we're asking you, America. Will you stand up? Will you keep your oath of
I will,
office,
tissues for MAGA.
even
I will.
if the president doesn't? And
I
think
will.
Kamala Harris would agree. She wouldn't
I
have
will.
picked me
Matter
if
of
she
fact,
didn't
I
think
will.
I would do that. Because
I will.
of
I'm
course
gonna
that's what we would
getting
do.
to put my
So,
points
America,
together
I think you
and
got
put them all
really
together, and we
clear
can do a
choice
live
in
on
this
Project
election of
2025.
who's gonna
Since
honor
these
that
idiots don't think it's
democracy
real.
and who's going to honor Donald Trump.
Governor, your time is up. Thank you, gentlemen. We will be right back with both of our candidates. The CBS News vice presidential debate continues.
Tim Walz is kicking this man's ass. Did you see what happened in Gettysburg? Yeah, no, I didn't. What happened? Yeah, my clear choice is Kamala Harris. I'll be a fool not to vote for her.
Through the heart of historic
I already seen what Trump gonna do. I already know Trump gonna tell y'all a bunch of lies and tell you what he gonna do, and he gonna get in office, gonna play golf, and Melania gonna be dressing the White House up as tacky as she can get it. That's it. No, I never said Donald Trump created Project 2025. Donald Trump is gonna be the Trojan horse for Project 2025. JD Vance already on record saying that if Donald Trump says it's a fake hires more fake electorates and shit to certify the election to say he won, he's gonna sign it. That's what he said. No, you're not shadow banned solely. You're not. John, I'm tired. I'm tired too. I'm tired with you. I'm just telling you, I'm tired too. I'm tired of Trump telling lies. I'm tired of this Trump shit. This fucker's a fucking liar, bro. I wonder how in the world could y'all sit up here and not believe that this man is a fucking habitual liar. And that's all he does is lie. Lie, feed hate. He used fear-mongering to scare you stupid motherfuckers into doing and bending to his will. And you do it every time. Oh, he told you some scary brown people are going to do X, Y, Z, and y'all go run into the hills. Oh, Trump 2024. We got to stop those blackies from taking over the country. Just tell the truth. That's all his campaign is. Hate and division. There's nothing positive about Trump's campaign. Nothing. You can't name me anything positive about it. They ain't no Republicans behind this shit. Only the fucking magtards. Them the only ones that are behind this shit. Anybody with a fucking conscience and a soul ain't behind this bullshit. All it is, all Donald Trump stands for is hate. He's old and senile, and all of his past sins are catching up to him. Remember, my brother always says time reveals all truth. And time is revealing that Donald Trump has been a scam artist pretty much all of his adult life. He's been a scam artist. That's all he has been. He done faked to the world that he was rich. He wasn't. This motherfucker's in the pocket of everybody. That alone makes him a national security threat. All somebody got to do is offer him a bag and he's in there. They got whatever they want. Y'all don't think for 2 seconds Donald Trump gets the office of presidency, he's gonna give Ukraine over to Vladimir Putin on a silver tray, or he's gonna turn over fucking Gaza to Benjamin Netanyahu, who's a fucking criminal right along with him. If you don't think you don't think he's gonna do that shit, I got a bridge to sell you in my backyard for $1.5 billion. Y'all don't think this motherfucker, man, all Trump knows is scamming. That's all he knows. He might as well be one of them fucking Indians that called telling you your account been hacked. Jeremiah, use your fucking common sense, bro. Obviously, I'm not talking about Biden. Biden ain't done none of it. Biden ain't got 34 felonies on him. Biden ain't got all these fucking lawsuits and shit pending on his ass. He ain't running in and out of fucking courts trying to stall out a fucking court decision. He ain't doing all that shit. Biden doing his fucking job. Biden ain't all up in the cameras trying to hog all the spotlight from the hurricane victims. He's actually helping. He ain't at the golf course playing golf every fucking weekend like this fat bastard. He's working. This 81-year-old man put in more work than Donald Trump ever did in his whole presidency.
Welcome back to the CBS News Vice Presidential Debate. It is now time for the
Shorts. Emotions. You motherfuckers are the most emotional bastards I ever seen in my life. Y'all voting on emotions. Because Donald Trump makes y'all feel good. Because he makes you hate the people that he hates. And y'all are okay. Y'all are okay with hating people. Fed up truckers. Boy, you loud. Look, I got your boy. There's only 2 types of boys in this world. My dick too big to be either one of them, fucker. Get out of my fucking chat, dickhead. How about that one? Gotta start blocking you fucking weirdos. Who does Trump hate? He hates your stupid ass. He hates your family. He hates the fact that you're trying to earn money for yourself by working overtime to make some extra money. You know, like when Christmas rolls around, we want to get our kids something nice for Christmas. We work overtime to get some of that time and a half. Yeah, he hates your stupid ass. But you'll vote for him anyway, because you're stupid. And you're easily to be scared. Y'all a whole bunch of fucking cowards. We got to share this country with a whole bunch of fucking cowards. Afraid of accountability. Afraid of calling a spade a spade. Now, if Donald Trump wasn't that, shit, you wouldn't get no argument from me. None. If he would have done half the shit he promised in that first fucking 2016 debate, when he debated Hillary Clinton, I wouldn't have no argument. The facts remain the facts. He didn't do none of that shit. He didn't build no fucking wall. He didn't repeal and replace Obamacare. He raised the fucking taxes on my ass. He raised the taxes on you. He put all these fucking tariffs on goods to make everything more expensive for us to go to the store and buy. He bragged about it. Y'all don't give a fuck. The motherfucker stoked hate throughout this whole country. The motherfucker didn't do shit when a natural disaster hit the fucking United States. Anytime there was something that was out of the hands of human beings, a natural disaster like a hurricane, flooding, forest fire, what was Donald Trump? Tweeting. Tweeting.
And I believe, as a person who wants to be your next vice president, that we are a rich and prosperous enough country where every American, whether they're rich or poor, ought to be able to turn on their heat in the middle of a cold winter night. That's gotten more difficult.
Look at Almost Rich. Shut up, boy. I tell you what, I'll smack the shit out your stupid ass if I saw you in real life. I got your stupid ass, boy. Fucking clown.
I believe that whether you're rich or poor, you ought to be able to afford to buy a house. You ought to be able to live in safe neighborhoods. You ought to not have your...
Some of y'all get on the internet talking tough because you ain't never been punched in your fucking mouth before.
Now, I've been in politics long enough.
You wouldn't do nothing. We're trying to see.
When she stands before the American people and says that on day one, she's going to work...
You could try. You can try to be stupid and find out then.
The vice president for 3.5 years. Day one was 1,400 days ago, and her policies have made these...
You sure you want to fight, short guy? Oh, I got something that's gonna even the odds real quick, fast.
Campaign trail who can't afford food, but have the grace and generosity...
Stupid ass Trumpers. That's all y'all do. Come in here thinking y'all gonna talk tough. Y'all pussy just like your fucking master is.
The most beautiful country, the most incredible people...
So do I. Good.
But they're not going to be able to achieve their full dreams with the broken leadership.
Oh, John, I can't wait. Just wait till after November 5th. I want to see y'all fucking tears. You're a child. You can't even spell your right, you fucking retard. Yeah, they internet thugs. Real tough guys, ain't they? I was on you libtards. Like y'all supposed to be fucking tough. Y'all are fucking weird. Insomniac. What issues are he better on? What issues specifically is Donald Trump better on? Please let me know. B, what up with it though? I really want to hear this one. Insomniac, you're on the floor now, homie. I want to see that. I want to see that. I want to see that right now. Insomniac, tell me what issues in particular Donald Trump is better on. Let me know right now. I want to know.
I'm very interested to hear from the spin room, to hear from all of my colleagues here, to get to all the analysis that we're going to get to.
I had a 9-to-5 job and could afford things when he was in the office. Now I work 2 jobs. You know why you work 2 jobs, Insomniac? Let me explain to you why you do. Trump's Tax and Jobs Act of 2017 was part of the reason why. Another reason why, and when I say that's part of the reason why, is because it gave more money back to corporations, which then turned around and bought back their stocks. Then they fired employees, you know, so they can get their CEOs another 37% raise, like they needed it. So they needed a new yacht or a new lake house or some shit. It said, fuck the little guy. It also allowed other companies to monopolize and buy out other companies like PepsiCo did when they bought the company that owned Gatorade, you know, like Coca-Cola did. You know, eliminate the competition so that they can raise prices at will. Gas prices went up because Donald Trump negotiated with OPEC, who controls the world's oil prices, told them to slow down production. And they haven't returned to pre-pandemic levels since. So demand goes up and supply is low. Guess what happens to the price? Everything goes up. Insomniac, that's why I'm here. Because y'all, I don't know what it is about Americans. Y'all don't like looking at facts. Y'all don't like researching shit. I do it for you. You can look all this shit up that I'm telling you right now. Go look it up. Trump negotiated a deal called OPEC Plus with OPEC. You know the United States is not in OPEC, right? We're not in or affiliated with OPEC. They control the oil prices. So contrary to whatever Trump tard tell you, oh, the president controls the oil prices. No, they don't. OPEC does. It's 12 countries that produce it. The 12 of the highest producing oil companies in the world. They control oil prices. So when Donald Trump tells them to slow down on production, they slow down on production. Supply and demand went up. That's supply chain management. That's what I went to school for. But supply chain management goes up through the roof. It's in the trash, just like toilet paper and groceries and shit like that we need to live. So we're paying more at the pump. Then another president takes the reins, Joe Biden. Guess who gets the blame for Donald Trump fucking up oil prices? Joe Biden. Right, easy, convenient, right? Then on top of that, you're talking about Donald Trump didn't have no wars when he was president. Sure he didn't.
In the moment, I think everything that he did for 88 minutes was lost and wiped out by that one inability to tell the truth in front of a huge television audience.
Chris, that moment was the moment of the night.
I'm watching now.
It's like, wait, why is he here? Oh, right, the Mike Pence thing, right? So that was the moment of the night. And JD Vance is very good at this, right? I mean, this is what he's been doing since he was in college and Yale.
Okay, B.
And being kind of like, well, I sort of agree with you here, but here's the other part of this. Like, and he did that all perfectly fine.
ASEC, that's a great idea, and also it'll reduce pollution in the world too. It'll reduce pollution, dial back climate change, and the whole nine. It'd be good for everybody. But you can't tell old draconian fucking Republicans that shit because their donors was shit a chicken. Again, let me continue with the reason why everything is fucking so high and why you feel like you had more money under Trump. Because Donald Trump, when he went to his tariff war with China, that tariff is nothing but a sales tax that's imposed on the American people, the consumers, the ones who have to buy the shit that he posts tariffs on. Does it raise the fucking income for America? Does it raise revenue for America? Yes, it does. But the yang of that motherfucker is, guess who has to pay for that shit? We do. Guess who gets the blame for it? Donald Trump can go up here and lie his ass off and say, well, Joe Biden is the reason why you got to pay more at the pump. That's the reason you got to pay $1 million at the grocery store. That's the reason. He can tell you all that bullshit all day long. And let's not forget about the pandemic he fucked off on. You know, when he deposed the fucking pandemic response team that Obama had set up already. He threw away the whole playbook, so they fucked off the whole pandemic, and he got on stage and constantly lied his ugly ass off. Told all of us, hey, it'll be gone by April when it heats up. You can just drink bleach. You'll be okay. You can inject your veins with UV rays. That'll clean it out real good. It ain't contagious. Even though they had the data and the research to show otherwise, Donald Trump still got his fat ass in front of a camera and lied to every single one of us. And millions died because of it. Over 1 million people died because of Trump's fucking ineptness. Because of his own stupidity and arrogance. But, here's the big but. This is what you goofballs don't fucking dial into the fucking metrics when it comes to income. The whole world economy was affected by the pandemic. The whole world economy was affected by the pandemic. So y'all didn't think there was gonna be no dial back or there wasn't gonna be no motherfucking consequences from a pandemic? Especially a pandemic that a whole presidential administration fucked off on? Shit, I got a whole fucking bridge and a beach behind my house to sell you for $21 million right now. That's why prices went up. That's why you have to pay more at the pump. That's why Donald Trump is the reason. Foreign policy. Oh, don't let me get started on foreign policy again, because Donald Trump is a fucking dickhead. Y'all talking all this shit like Donald Trump was a peaceful president. He is not that. What did Donald Trump do when Iran rained down 12 missiles on top of U.S. soldiers over in Iran? Not a bitch ass thing. His coward ass didn't do shit. I'm just listening to them fact check all them fucking lies JD Vance told you. I told y'all what it was gonna be. Tim Walz got on stage and told the truth. JD Vance got on stage and sounded as bland and boring and full of shit as Donald Trump. I'm still waiting for you to answer the question. If the 25% tariffs are so bad, then why hasn't this administration removed it? Because it was a form of income. You didn't listen to the whole fucking conversation, which is what you Trump tards don't do. You're gonna remove the tariffs, and then what you gonna do? Besides the tariffs, which is already a sales tax, which already is paying. So what you gonna do to compensate for that, big guy? See, your stupid ass don't know how economics work. Somebody's gonna have to pay for something. Being that the American people are already paying for it, leave it in place. That's what they did. Then what happens if he removes the tariffs? Those prices go down, but somebody's still gonna be holding the bag. Those companies are gonna lose fucking money. And guess what's gonna happen? American people are gonna lose fucking jobs. Then what you gonna do, sir? That's answering the question. Are you fucking dickhead? Do you understand English? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Answer. He said words, but didn't answer. For example, the first one he didn't answer. Murrow O'Donnell asked him, Donald Trump says climate change is a hoax. Do you agree? That's a one-word answer, yes or no. He didn't answer that. He just kept...
Julia, salute to you and thank you for subscribing, man. Appreciate you.
Asked him, will you separate parents from children, even if the children are U.S.?
Hey, all right, guess what? Do us all a favor and shut the fuck up and get off my channel. How about that one? Do us all that favor. Do us that solid and get the fuck off my channel. How about that? There you go. Get your dumb ass out of here. So you asked me a question. I gave you the answer. You didn't like the answer. So you go in here running and babbling in my fucking chat. Get the fuck out of here. That's the funny part about Trump supporters. They can't handle the fucking truth. DS3, what's up, bro? They can't handle the fucking truth. You ask me a question, I give you the answer. I can tell you where to go look for the answer. Any economist would tell you exactly what happened. If you remove a tariff and don't put a buffer in place, you fucking dumbass. Somebody's got to stop the bleeding. And guess who is it going to be? Us. More shit to complain about. JD Vance didn't answer shit tonight. He didn't do nothing to better fucking Trump's chance. He didn't say nothing of substance, just like Donald Trump. Just like Trump supporters. Y'all have nothing of substance to offer anybody with any kind of source of intelligence at all.
Give him a zero for every single one that he didn't answer.
Can I say something about the moderators? Because we spend a lot of time
Wow. Y'all can't answer shit. So you want more taxes going to other countries. Luis Torres, do you even know how tariffs work? The country that the tariffs are imposed on don't have to pay shit, nor does the money go to them. The money goes to us. Idiot. Why do you think they're called tariffs? But the only yin and yang to tariffs is somebody has to pay for them. And it ain't going to be the company that's building the products. They're going to pass the company's going to buy that shit with the tariff price added on to it. Guess what that company's not going to do? They're not going to eat the cost of that fucking product. They're going to pass it to their customers because they're greedy, soulless sons of bitches. That's how capitalism works. Billions of dollars going to Ukraine. Well, you want Ukraine to be annexed, huh? Because you're a fucking doofbag and you don't know how fucking world politics work. Jesus Christ, bro.
Yeah. Not what we're asking you, but that's when he also complained about being fact-checked. Right. Saying the rules said you cannot fact-check me. Right. That's one of the things that's in the video that we're hearing a lot of. Murrow O'Donnell did a fact-check that was indirect at the end of the...
They don't know, Pharaoh. They don't know. They don't know, man. They don't know. Trump ain't never had to struggle for shit. He ain't never had. Trump always had shit given to him. You okay with this war continuing? Pfft. Am I okay with Russia trying to impose their will on people on a sovereign nation? No, I'm not. And you're asking a veteran that shit. So I'd be wise for you to watch your fucking questions.
It's kind of a slow burn. Like I thought, oh, this is going to be cordial, which is good. I'm not sure what's happening here on the substance. The pace of it was much slower at the beginning, and then about midpoint, it really took off. And then we had what I think was
Kev, exactly. We wouldn't know who the fuck Donald Trump was.
First of all, he wobbled really badly on guns. We can talk about that. He almost knocked him out on healthcare, and then when we got to jail,
We wouldn't know who he was.
There was something about the debate too, just in sort of tone and form.
He blames whites for his problems. I ain't blaming white for none of my problems, douchebag. That's the problem with you racist, non-IQ having bastards. Y'all come in here assuming every fucking time. Like I told y'all done got real bold, but y'all still are fucking cowards at the same time. Y'all come in here with your subtle racist fucking dog whistles. Oh, he blames white people for his problems.
The thing that really sort of like cut it was to get back to that democracy question in the end, which it was interesting.
Cito Kai.
Where he says like we're agreeing on a lot of stuff, and there's a lot of bipartisan. This is a thing I can't go with you on, and I just
That is absolutely correct, Cito.
you could see it in his face because
Do you want to live in a communist country? Luis, have you read Project 2025?
who he is, he had to kind of
I bet you haven't.
almost apologize for it. I'm so shocked. I'm so shocked. I'm kind of
Ian, boy, the shit writes the jokes write themselves, homie. They write themselves. White men have been in charge of this country for over 200 years. Oops.
We can all walk together and talk about these policy things up to a point, but there is
That's all they do, Ishmael. All they do is repeat what Donald Trump told them. And it's usually not 10 times out of 10 is a fucking lie. Easy shit to be debunked, bro. They don't even take the time to research the shit that Donald Trump says out of his mouth. Like Donald Trump just lied yesterday. The nigga lied. This man lied and said Joe Biden was on the fucking beach while people were suffering in South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, and Georgia and Florida. All them lied. Lied.
The governors of every state in the nation, Republicans and Democrats, certified the 2020 election results and sent a legal slate.
Pharaoh, they in a cult. They're loyal royal savior Jesus Christ of Donald Trump and shit. That motherfucker can tell them that water ain't wet. They'll argue you down that water ain't wet. Their master and messiah Donald Trump can tell them that he can piss on them right now and tell them it's raining. They're gonna get their rain jackets. They hang off of his stupid ass words and stupidity because they're just as dumb as he is, if not dumber.
Tonight, and I'm going to thank Senator Vance. I think this is the conversation they want to hear, and I think there's a lot of agreement. This is one that we are miles apart on. This was a threat to our democracy in a way that we had not seen. And it manifested itself because of Donald Trump's inability to say. He is still saying he didn't lose the election. I would just have said, did he lose the 2020 election?
Tim, I'm focused on the future. Did Kamala Harris censor Americans from speaking their mind in the wake of the 2020 COVID situation?
That is a damning non-answer.
JD Vance tried his best to duck and dodge direct questions, just like Trump supporters, just like in my chat. They're like, every time I ask y'all a direct question, y'all can't ever come up with an answer. Y'all will come in here and start calling names and shit like Donald Trump. You can't name nothing of substance or you start lying. And then I start debunking your lies and then I'm the one that's brainwashed. You see how that works? JD smoked Walz. How? When he didn't answer no questions. When he lied the whole time he was up there. He didn't say nothing of substance. He was the whole time. Only thing I know from what JD Vance did was wore more mascara than any man I ever seen in my life. That's the only thing he did. That's the only thing JD Vance did in this damn debate. He did nothing of substance. He didn't help the Trump campaign. He didn't help convince a undecided voter that, hey, I'm going to vote for the Trump campaign. Fuck no.
Have a law for that. That's correct. That is Obamacare. That was the very first law in American history that actually protected people with pre-existing conditions and allows them to get health insurance. And the great thing about the question,
Man, Tissues for MAGA, yeah, man. All JD Vance did was deflect questions. When Tim Walz, I think the question of the night for me was when Tim Walz asked JD Vance, did Donald Trump lose the 2020 election? Everybody knows the answer to that, or else Donald Trump would be president right now. Which is an astounding yes, he lost. He said, man, I'm ready to focus on the future. Focus on the future? Donald Trump ain't going to concede when he lose this one. They're already setting the play up. Look at Donald Trump and his fucking lawyers in court right now, already setting up the play. So he can say, see, I told y'all it was rigged. It was rigged against me. It was rigged. The only fucking president in history to ever contest a fucking results of the election to the point to where he staged a coup is Donald fucking Trump. He's the only one that ever did it. There's never been another president that ever did this shit. He did.
Only John McCain saved us from him being able to get rid of it. He just cut through it for people who don't maybe have the interest in the policy specifics. But he made it so clear in terms of what
Christian Briggs think I don't see that bullshit you posting in the damn chat. Keep on, you're gonna get blocked.
to where Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker is standing by with our Alex Wagner. Alex.
None of them can answer a direct question.
Governor, thank you for
They can't. Trump isn't a politician. Sure, show me how he's not a politician.
on that debate stage, starting, I think, probably with Governor Walz.
Yeah, he's worse than a politician. He's a lying, habitual felon. That's what he is. You're right, he's not a politician. He's a goddamn felon.
Also, the certification of the 2020 election, he wouldn't say who won the election. He said, I want to talk about the future. He basically suggested that Trump's interest in all the lawsuits that he filed or allies of his filed was about an open conversation about the
Hey, Piv, y'all want to know why Donald Trump can't have his rallies in those big old stadiums and shit? Y'all want to know why? Because Donald Trump, when he ran for office in 2020, he stiffed all those people when he was holding his big ass Klan rallies. He wasn't paying those people. That's why he's having these Klan rallies in these small little fucking mom and pop shops and shit like that. He having them in little movie theaters and shit like that. Because he don't pay no fucking body.
It's about the future of our democracy. And so that's why that question was so important, even if it came at the very end. Because what you heard was...
That's why. Look it up. Don't believe me. You ain't got to believe. Like I said, I'm not here to convince you what's a fact and what's not. All I'm telling you is I'm giving you the nuggets to go look for yourself. You can go Google this shit yourself. You ain't got to worry about what I say. All you have to do is go and Google whatever I said. And you can look it up to see if you can fact check what I fucking said. Simple and plain. Why can't y'all do that? Why y'all always got to sit in here and resort to calling somebody names and shit? Like that's going to make your argument better. You come, oh man, see, man, see, man, see you this and you that. You this and you that and you this. See, you can't do this, you can't do that, man. See, come on, man. See, yep, oh man, come on, man. You just see, man, come on. Sure. You can't answer the question. Governor Walz did fantastic tonight. All he had to do was stay on substance, state the policies, enforce those same policies that Kamala Harris already established. That's all he had to do. That's the job of the vice president.
Over and over, you heard lies and kind of slick answers from J.D. Vance. And you know what you heard from Tim Walz? It was a guy who was like you trust that lives down the street from you, the coach that you had in high school that you trusted, the teacher that you could confide in. And just he spoke in a way that I think everyday Americans, you know, the working families of America really understand.
Stay on substance. Y'all can't even answer a question. I want to ask y'all a question, Trump supporters, since y'all talking about stay on substance and shit. Questions. What specific policy is the Trump campaign going to do if they take office 2025. Go. Y'all got it.
But I mean, do you think that's going to convince anybody? Because as you say, he is a fairly slick orator. He was very rehearsed, but it was also.
So you have a great night. Thank you for coming through.
Look, he's a slick orator.
The border. What specific policy?
A lot of inconsistencies, and his whole history is a list of inconsistencies.
You saying broad words like that's supposed to give me an argument. Like if you ask me about taxes, how's Kamala Harris going to make taxes better for working class and middle class Americans? I don't know, by giving a large tax credit to people who have newborn babies, like $6,000. I don't know, someone who wants to be a homeowner to give them $25,000 homeowner assistance. You know, something of substance. You know, something that you can go and listen to them say actually. What specific policy is Trump proposing that's going to help regular everyday Americans like us?
Historically high on popularity. That is certainly true. I was struck by just how candid he was in terms of the problem Republicans understand themselves to have on the issue of abortion. He at one point said, we have got to do a much better job on abortion, and also said, not all Americans agree with what I've said before, which is a litany of strange and weird proclamations on everything to what postmenopausal women should be doing, to the age at which women should be having children.
There ain't gonna be no overtime.
Broad thinking inside the GOP that they are
start drilling. When we stop? Jack, when did we stop? We're the #1 producer of oil in the world. When did we stop? Y'all have nothing. Y'all have nothing. You have, let me put my cowboy hat back on. Y'all have nothing. Zero. Zilch. Nada. Not a single fucking thing of any substance to offer this conversation whatsoever. I asked y'all a specific question. Pharaoh, they don't know. They don't know.
So people are traveling hundreds of miles, unfortunately, but at least they have a place to go to protect themselves. Tim Walz.
Hey, the reserve already cut interest rates. So, oops. There goes that one. See, Donald Trump, all he does is watch Fox News and Newsmax all day. That's all he does. See, y'all have nothing of substance to offer anybody with any kind of common sense, any educated voter. You can't have an educated conversation with an educated voter like myself. Because y'all have nothing of substance, because there's no substance in Donald Trump. All he is bullshit and hot air. He's a fucking con man. He's always have been a con man. His whole career has been predicated on him being a con artist. Why do y'all think he owes almost $500 million in fucking New York? Where are you getting your information? Google uneducated. You got to be the stupidest motherfucker on God's green earth. I swear, you got to be the stupidest son of a bitch on planet Earth, dude. You got to be. You're hateful. Sure I am. Good. Good. Because I ain't a sucker like you. They don't know shit about nothing they talk. What of substance does the Trump campaign propose to do to help the American people besides buzzwords and talking about people? Will Whisper Snap says, I don't know what I'm talking about. You just brought your stupid ass in here and just had to say one of the dumbest fucking arguments of all time, which you only just strengthened my argument already. You fuckers have no substance whatsoever to offer anybody who has no kind of doubt in what to do or who to vote for. You could not have a conversation with a tuna can because y'all are fucking stupid. Y'all run on emotion and lies. That's it. Donald Trump stokes that hate chip in your heart, and y'all run full forward, head first into a brick wall full of hatred. And you don't give a fuck because Donald Trump don't give a fuck. He don't care about nobody, no one, nothing. They don't care about your kids, don't care about your elderly parents, don't care about your grandparents. He don't give a fuck about nobody but Donald Trump. Hell, he don't even give a fuck about his own wife. What makes you think he gives a fuck about you?
I mean, goodness, JD Vance was on that stage. He was sorry about Amber Thurman. He was sorry about he was sorry about a lot of stuff. We get things wrong, but do you agree with the policy? And then I just, that's not the Margaret and
What's up with the Carpe Diem? Good evening.
So I just think that
Y'all have nothing of substance to tell me. What about the border? Well, why did JD Vance kill the fucking border bill, Luis?
I just had a lot of things I agree with. This is not a normal election.
Shamala is her mama's name.
Paul Ryan and Donald Trump sure as heck is not Mitt Romney. Okay?
Food, gas, housing, cheaper with Trump. You're fucking stupid. Go back and listen to how everything raised under Trump and how it raised under Trump. Gas prices raised because Donald Trump negotiated OPEC plus, dumbass, because y'all are too stupid to research this shit to actually understand how detrimental Donald Trump was to this fucking economy, because y'all are too stupid and too lazy to do actual research. Then when anybody says something you don't like, you always call it fake news, like your master Trump does. Because you're too stupid to face a fucking fact. Who opened the border? The border has never been open. Y'all are fucking stupid. Is there a such thing as Homeland Security? I'm curious. Your stupid motherfuckers came in here, man. Oh man, it's an open border. Oh, so there's no more Homeland Security? I'm confused. I'm confused.
We're in year 9, and no one knows how to cover the audacity. The audacity is that someone should have said, stop.
You're telling me I didn't pay less in food and taxes. You're telling me that we didn't live through a pandemic. Trump didn't pass a shit ton of fucking tariffs, which is a sales tax to the American people. That Trump didn't negotiate and tell the fucking OPEC to fucking cut back production on oil production, to bring up the price of oil because the supply and demand was fucked up because of Trump. You mean to tell me that shit didn't happen too? You got to be the dumbest motherfucker alive.
And nobody made that reality come to light. Because I think even if you didn't get the contrast you were looking for, neither did you get any wake up and smell the smelling salts. You sort of lulled into normalcy. Let me ask you about one other.
Look, still Gamby. Look, these motherfuckers really are fucking deplorable. Y'all really don't have a brain cell in y'all head to tell you anything about facts or anything factual. You sit up and listen to JD Vance dodge questions all night and lie. And you telling me he beat Tim Walz, who stood on substance. I could take something of substance from what Tim Walz said.
He literally used the phrase stronger windows and doors that lock better. And
This dude, when he was asked about protecting our babies in school, he said, put stronger windows and doors that lock better. That was his fucking answer. And more police in schools. Yeah. Okay. Sure. I don't think JD lied. Sure he didn't. I got a bridge to sell you in my backyard for $2.5 billion. It shows do. What made him lie? He has to lie. He's running with the liar in chief.
I think, though, this was a function of a strategy that they devised for Governor Walz. I think this was the strategy. And frankly, when you devise...
You don't have a backyard. Says a stranger on the internet. Cool story, bro.
Just put on a little something extra that you wouldn't usually do.
Immigrants taking Americans' jobs. Jobs that your fat, lazy ass refused to work, huh? Just like in Springfield. Y'all fuckers are stupid. Y'all really are in a cult. Y'all really are in a cult, bro. Y'all really are in a cult. You're in a cult. Y'all are in a cult. Y'all can't help yourselves. Y'all in the cult of stupidity. Y'all really are in a cult. He got y'all locked in. He got y'all locked in. You watch too much Whoopi Goldberg. That's another black person. You gonna tell me anything else, Jethro? You fucking toothless hillbilly. You probably smoking meth right now. I can do the dog whistles too. Oops. This shit don't work here. Your slight little fucking bullshit racist fucking comments don't work here. I'm smarter than you. Deal with it. It's okay, bud. It's okay that I'm smarter than you. It's okay that you can't fuck with me on politics. It's okay that you're locked up behind a fucking habitual lying felon. And I got common sense enough to vote for a prosecutor. Bidenomics is not working. Wow. Like we're not the #1 economy in the world. I guess it is working. He fixed all the fuck ups from Trump. Are you an independent? Yes, I am. I am not a fucking Republican, nor am I a Democrat. Everything is more James, I'm going to explain it to you one more time. The reason why everything is so expensive, let's start with gas. Gas became more expensive because Donald Trump so-called negotiated with OPEC, which is the ones who control all of oil and gas production in the world, told them to dial back production. They never returned to pre-pandemic production. Supply and demand takes over. So if you have low supply and high demand, guess what happens to the price? Everything goes through the roof. We pay more at the gas pump. It happened again in 2007. That happened again under a Republican. Look at Derek trying to be a fucking racist. I see your bitch ass. Don't worry, I'm gonna shoot your dumb ass up out of here too. I don't give a damn if it's 327 people in here. I'll still shoot your stupid ass up out of here. Expedito, get your dumb ass out of here. That's what happens. We pay more at the gas prices. Groceries. Hell, what happens when you sell when you do a $1 trillion tax giveaway to fucking billionaires, corporations, and millionaires and rich people? What happens? They go back and take that money they got, and they go and explain to the American public there's going to be trickle-down economics, like Reagan's failed bullshit economic policy, right? What do they do with that money? They bought back their stocks. They raised their CEO's income. And they said, fuck the little guy. Then they created monopolies. You know what happens when you create monopolies? You don't have any competition. So you can raise prices on practically everything. There's nobody there to check you. There's no competition for you to steer your prices in the right direction for. You have no problems there. You can raise prices. That's essentially what happened. Then you have the pandemic. Y'all think that we was going to come out the pandemic unscathed after we was locked down in the house, not able to go nowhere? Supply and demand still applies there. What happens when the supply chain is fucked up? I just explained that to y'all. But y'all don't give a fuck. This dude said yes to that Kamala check. Kamala ain't been president. Dumbass. Nice try, though.
Rachel, look at all the people. You guys, thank you very much for sticking around. I really appreciate you guys sticking around. Here's the green flags and the red flags, they did the whole thing. And it was
13 million immigrants costing $1.8 trillion in 4 years equals 138,700. Man, you got to be the stupidest bastard on this planet. Immigrants ain't like you, lazy and fat and sitting on your couch slobbering over Trump pictures. Immigrants contribute more to the fucking economy than these rich bastards because they pay taxes too, dickhead. What happens when you mass deport people who build houses and does infrastructure jobs that your fat ass won't do? They don't get done. Ask Georgia when they try to remove all. You remember ICE was running in and out of fucking plants in Georgia, trying to get rid of all the illegals in Georgia? You remember what happened to that one? Ask Governor Kemp what happened down there. Ask. Ask. Go Google it. Don't believe me. You stupid bastards are in here trying to just take my word for it. And you can go look this shit up yourself. They tried mass deportation so many times and failed because they realized how much money these immigrants contribute to the economy. Billions of dollars. Billions of dollars to the economy. Tens of billions of dollars. Lots of money. Mm. You doubt it, but don't want to research it. Y'all motherfuckers are goddamn brain dead zombies. Y'all are zombies. Y'all really are. You can go to DuckDuckGo. You ain't gotta trust Google. Yo, you don't gotta trust Google. All you go to DuckDuckGo. Right, Blossom. You Blossom. You're saying facts. Look, that is a no in Trump world. That's a no in Trump world. That's a no in Trump world. Stephen Law 39. Go to hell. How about that one? Y'all hate the truth. Carlos, they ain't focused on them. They're focused on the brown ones. That's their focus. Because they're fucking racist. Jonathan, I'll be more than happy to explain whatever you want me to explain. Because I want y'all to understand something. Donald Trump is a fucking liar. When Donald Trump does his mass deportation, is he going to deport Melania and her family? Because they all came over here by chain migration. Oops. Oops. Whoopsie. They pay taxes. Oops. They get a payroll check, right? Yeah. They pay taxes on those checks. They may not be legal, but the company they're working for is.
I guess they see the future, so I just turned it. They stopped like halfway when I was going down the road.
They get paid under the table, and you know that for a fact, right? Okay. Man, me and Jack Daniels finna have some history right about now. Ooh, thank you, baby. You was thinking about me. Oh, my daughter was thinking about me. They get paid cash. Sure they do. This ain't the 80s, bucko. Jesus Christ. You obviously don't know tax codes. Good, Gravy Joe. Teach me then, since I don't know tax codes. Sheesh. So I guess when illegal immigrants go into a store, they don't pay taxes either, huh? Fucking stupid motherfuckers, dog. Y'all can't be really this brain dead, huh? I guess that redneck history in your damn DNA is kicking in now, huh, Jethro? Anyways, I gotta go to work in the morning because I got a job and shit. As much as I would love to stay and argue with you fucking zombies, I ain't wasting no more of my time tonight. And I am gonna do a show on Project 2025. Hope y'all come back and watch. If you ain't subscribed to the channel, subscribe. Donate to the channel too. And don't be some cheap asses sitting here retaining all this this educational dominance and shit by me kicking these Trump supporters' ass, which I like doing, by the way.
Joe did the calculation.
Yep, Abraham Lincoln wanted slavery, but because of pressure, he bent the knee to it. Don't, yeah. Will do, Byron. Steve Hannon, the best thing you got is shutting the fuck up. Y'all have a good night, man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. I'll holler at y'all later. I'm gonna enjoy this candy. Shout out to my daughter. Y'all have a good one.